Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studios in Madison, this is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN. Sponsored by Bud Light on ESPN Wisconsin, ESPN Madison on YouTube, and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
What a great day to be alive. Is that how it goes?
It's a great Friday to be alive.
Oh, it's a great Friday to be alive. It almost was just K because we already know where the B is. He was in vacation mode yesterday, and then the N almost abandoned me as well here on KBN. We'll get into it, Brad.
I risked it all to be here, Kyle.
We'll get into it. This is KBN here on ESPN Wisconsin. I'm Kyle Wallace. He's Brad Nortman. Strofe holding it down for us behind the glass. No Ben Brust today, as Ben Brust is starting his vacation early, which definitely will address that. But how you doing today, Brad?
I'm doing good. It's a Friday before a long weekend. I love Memorial Day. We've talked about this before, that it really does. I declared on social media about 2 weeks ago, the start of summer. So I've been living in summer mode for now 2 weeks, but this is the undeniable start of summer. It doesn't feel like it outside right now, but Memorial Day weekend, undeniable start of summer. So happy Memorial Day to you, Kyle, and you, Strofe. It's too bad we don't have Ben here because he's already mentally checked out. We saw that yesterday. Yesterday he wasn't even on his game.
He was 100% checked out, 100%. The energy was in a whole nother place. He wasn't locked in and focused on the show. He took us in really different places, so it is what it is. But I thought yesterday was when I was going to be done with people being checked out and people having vacation energy. And instead, today, I'm sitting here working away. Ben's not going to be here, so I'm sitting here. I'm locked in, and I'm focused on the fact that I got to, guide and lead a show today. I got to do, get topics and things ready. So I'm really locked in and focused. And 1 o'clock, I made sure I said, listen, everybody else that I'm doing, I got to lock in. So 1 o'clock, I got to be ready to go at 1 for this meeting. And then I get a text from you, Brad, saying, change of plans. I'll be doing the show in Milwaukee, but I'm going to hop on with Mr. Irrelevant with Strofe a little bit, so I'll be late to pre-show. And I'm like, wait a dang minute. You, out of all people, is who I do not expect this from. I expect it from maybe Ben sometimes, but I do not expect that type of energy from you. And for Strofe to enable that to happen, knowing we have a show to do, to sit there and say, oh, yeah, Brad, come join me, even though it's just going to be basically a two-man show today. Forget show prep. Come do Mr. Irrelevant. And I know typically Ben is the one complaining and bashing Strofe for putting a lot of energy into Mr. Irrelevant and not putting that type of energy into being a producer at KBN. But dang, I see it now today.
Well, I understand your frustration, Kyle. But hey, just let me allow myself to defend myself. So the plan was I was going to go to Madison, to the Everlight Solar Studios in Madison. I was going to do Mr. Irrelevant from 12:45 to 1. Perfect timing for 1 o'clock to be able to be in our pre-show meeting and do the show for Madison.
Okay, and what happened?
I had some car troubles. It's raining outside. I'm sliding down the road, and I said, oh boy, this is unsafe. I'm turning back around. So I text Strofe and say, change of plans. I'm going to do the show in Milwaukee. Can't make it to Madison, but I'm a man of my word. I'm not gonna bail on you. You're leaning on me to do Mr. Irrelevant. I'm going to be there at 12:50.
And you decided to say yes? As the producer of this show, you decided it was in the best interest of our 3-hour live on the air on 100.5 in Madison, out in Beaver Dam, here in Milwaukee. You decided that your 15 minutes or 20 minutes with Bradley Nortman, I'm going to call him, Bradley Nortman on Mr. Irrelevant, which streams right here on ESPN Wisconsin, ESPN Milwaukee, and ESPN Madison on YouTube. You decided that was more important than this man getting his bearings together to come focus up for show prep?
Yes. Yeah. No, honestly, Kyle, I blame Brad on this one.
Oh, wow. Look at that, Brad.
He walked in at 12:55, and he said, I'm still going to do it. He's a grown man. He can make his own decisions. He could have said, hey, scrap it. We're not doing it today. I would have said, okay, that's fine. We can do it another time. But he said, hey, I'm a man of my word. I said I'm going to do the show. I'm still going to do the show. He walked in at 12:55.
You're both very irresponsible.
I took him for
very
15
irresponsible.
minutes. I sent him out at 1:12, and he was done, just 12 minutes late.
Well, let's talk about irresponsibility, Kyle, because it's not like when I walked into our show prep meeting, it's not like you and our brain trust of brilliant minds were absolutely hard at work grinding the midnight oil. You guys were watching U.S. soccer highlights because you were watching me on Mr. Irrelevant, and I'm wearing a U.S. soccer jersey today. So don't tell me that you guys were working.
Mr. Irrelevant?
In our defense,
They were. And then they started watching U.S. soccer highlights. So don't make it seem like you guys were working hard in there.
We were incomplete. We didn't have our crew together, and we were lost without you. All right? But like I was saying before, like you guys absolutely had your priorities in the wrong spot, in the wrong space. As a producer of this show, Strofe, you should have made the executive decision to tell Brad, no, go upstairs and get ready for show prep. Now, yes, we were watching Mr. Irrelevant, and we went into a long conversation, nostalgic conversation, talking about USA soccer, but it would have been nice to have you there at 1 o'clock. And Strofe, I'm disappointing you, and Bradley, I'm even more disappointing you as well.
So are we going to have strict 1 o'clock expectations no matter what going forward for those meetings, Kyle? Because
there's
be some times when you're rolling in at 105.
Listen, I'm rolling in at 105 or 110 because I got people stressing me out around here. All right? I ain't got the road stressing me out or having to be on Mr. Irrelevant.
Kyle, what'd you think of Mr. Relevant today?
I didn't listen to it. He literally, Brian had it up and he showed you the jersey. You know anybody listening to your show. I mean, here's the thing. I don't know what you talk. People listen to Mr. Irrelevant. You should too. Make sure you listen to it on ESPN Milwaukee, ESPN Madison. It is a great sponsor show. But what I'm saying is this, though, is that you didn't bring any ideas to our show prep either.
I didn't. You're right.
Yeah, like I got a whole show.
All on that.
I now understand where Ben comes from, but let me also do this because Ben he not guilty in this either because a couple months ago, before Strofe was producing our show, on a holiday, going into a holiday weekend, I think it was going into Thanksgiving weekend, Ben eviscerated some people in our office for their lack of work ethic. And I don't want to play this back. Strofe, you got the audio?
The best part about the day before a holiday is all you have to do is, even if you aren't working, is pretend like it. And I wouldn't have said a freaking word, but standing up and clapping for people that are voluntarily doing nothing today is ridiculous. Ridiculous. To the core, it bothers me.
So that is Ben Brust. And I was just reminded that, Brad, you're part of this too. I guess I'm the only person. I'm realizing here, that was Ben Brust complaining about our office culture and with the fact that people on a holiday, the day before a holiday, decide they want to leave at 3 o'clock. I'm not reliving that because do what you want to do. But for him to sit there and go at people about not working and not coming to work and not putting in the effort and trying to, gash people in our office, our wonderful teammates, and then him not to show up to work the day before a holiday? Like, what the heck am I dealing with? And by the way, Brad, you didn't hear his voice during that audio because Brad took the day off too that day before Thanksgiving. I'm obviously the only person committed to this show.
Yeah, let's put aside
KBN Nation.
We'll put aside the fact real quickly that I wasn't there that day, which I wasn't. Which I deserve a little bit of this blame as well. But let's look at Ben Brust for a second here, right? He complains. See, I'm not the kind of guy that uses the microphone that has been put in front of us. We have a responsibility to use our voices wisely. And he goes out there and he erupts on the lack of work ethic.
That vein starts popping.
People are starting to think ahead to a holiday weekend. Now, what does that sound like? Because yesterday on the show, and if you missed it, you got to go back and listen to it on Wisconsin On Demand, because the final third hour, what did Ben do? What did Ben talk about? He was eliciting our Showtime and KBN Nation to say strategies for when he is already on the road. Ben's mind was already on the road before he shut off his mic yesterday.
That is 100% true.
And then you double down with him not even being here today.
Ben, absolutely. Because, he could have went remote. We have these things called remote kits, and he could have absolutely been remote. When I went to Florida one time for my girl's family reunion, what did I do? I brought a whole kit. Y'all know I fly Frontier, so that kit ain't cheap to bring. I brought a whole kit down there so I could be available and do the show with my team because what? Because I care about you all and I care about KBN Nation. But what did Ben do yesterday? Ben came on air, as you said, solicited help and advice during our show where we talk about sports and other things that are of interest to people. he utilized that for his own personal interests as well. And that's after he eviscerated people a couple months ago.
See, he was doing the thing yesterday. He was blaming all of his mishaps on his concussion. It's been 8 days since his concussion. He was saying all these things like he was getting the reads wrong and words wrong, confusing the topics. But in reality, his mind was just elsewhere. It was already on the road, and that is reflected in the fact that he elicited KBN Nation to make his life even easier because he's already thinking about driving. He's not thinking about you.
Ernie in a barn on the text line, 800-990-3776. Cut Ben some slack. Do you know he suffered a concussion just 10 days ago?
Listen, Ernie in a barn is obviously a comedian. He's being hilarious. Being very hilarious. Ben is going to use this concussion thing for a very, very long time. He's going to lean on that.
It's going to be August. He's going to be, guys, I got concussed 4 months ago.
For sure. And we have in our group chat on YouTube. Yes.
Was this concussion even diagnosed? This is self-diagnosed. He never went to a doctor. He never even went to a doctor.
If we're going to ask Tony Cartagena, who was on our show yesterday, who got after the Packer fans a little bit, he told me that the day Ben kind of wasn't feeling his best the day after, he kind of Googled, how do you diagnose a concussion? So they did some rudimentary concussion tests. And they said, none of the physical signs are there. So this was a low-grade concussion, if anything. This is just basketball player energy. If I may.
100% facts. 100%.
On our YouTube group chat, Mad City Brew said this, which is, I need to bring this to the forefront because KBN Nation needs to know my dedication to this show. And he used Bradley. So this is how I know he's getting my attention. But Bradley showed up for work with Pink Eye. Remember that? I don't even let Pink Eye get in the way of me showing up.
That was very irresponsible of you as well. Very irresponsible. You could have got everybody in his office Pink Eye, Brad.
Did anyone else get it?
Thank goodness we didn't.
No, they did not.
I'm glad we didn't. 800-990-3776. I'm just letting everybody know I am the only committed person. And also, Cody asked, is Kyle committed or out of vacation? Let me tell you. I got lots of vacation days. Matter of fact, I got to talk to my supervisor about the fact I was going to take vacation, but I decided, you know what? Forget that trip I'm going to take. I'm going to be here for the NFL draft, so I didn't take that vacation. So matter of fact, GKB owes me some vacation days that I ended up not taking.
There's something about when you go on vacation, Kyle, you always say that something always happens when you're on vacation. Has that dissuaded you from taking actual vacation days? Because and we had it. You were saying this before you actually took some days off in the fall, and you're like, I don't even know why I'm doing this. Whenever I go on vacation, stuff hits the fan. And sure enough, you came back and you were like, things fell off the wheels.
Every single time. Every single KBN Nation. This is kind of behind the scenes. I'm the director of content of 1017 The Truth. And I'm telling you, I've been doing this now for 3.5 years. There has never been a time where I have taken a vacation where something hasn't happened, whether it's some type of drama or whether it's some type of system that fails or something big happens. Legitimately, every time I take a vacation, the wheels completely fall off. I come back to a mess. I come back to an absolute mess. And a lot of it is just the fact that, systems go down, things crash. It's just something happens when I'm gone.
That's a quick way to ruin a vacation, too. Real quick way to do it.
Oh, yeah. I can tell you a lot of stories off air about that one. But anyways, I guess you guys don't have to worry about the fact that, hey, I'm going to be here. I'm always going to be here. 800-990-3776. We have so much here for you as we get you ready for your Memorial Day holiday weekend and for different things going on as we honor those who fought for us. We'll also talk a lot of sports here, but keep it locked. You're listening to KBN here on ESPN Wisconsin.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN.
Let them know the dread-headed brother loves the Green Bay Packers. When you see me, Goody, let me in the box.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
For the ultimate sports betting experience, get in the game at Potawatomi Sportsbook. Unleash your inner champion with dozens of betting kiosks, a VIP deck, high-end bar, first-class restaurant, broadcast booth, a 2,000-square-foot video wall, and more. It's a sports fan's paradise, 24/7. Bet above the rest. Only at Potawatomi Casino Hotel, Milwaukee. Visit the website for more. Must be 21 years old. All bets must be made on site.
Steinhaffel's biggest Memorial Day sale ever is happening now. Your chance to save big on hundreds of closeouts and amazing bonus buys. Take an extra $100 off your furniture purchase of $19.99 or more. Spend $29.99 and get a free solo stove. Get all this and more for low monthly payments when you take advantage of Steinhaffel's 36-month 0% financing. The biggest Memorial Day sale ever, only at Steinhaffel's and Steinhaffels.com.
Welcome to the Chevy Lightning Round. Guess the clues to win. First team, you're up.
Powerful, commanding, unstoppable.
Silverado.
Adventurous, fun, techie.
Trailblazer.
Stylish, nimble.
Tracks.
Innovative, electric.
Blazer EV.
Lightning Round champions. You've guessed all the right Chevy clues. This season, spring into adventure together in the Chevy of your choice.
See your Badgerland Chevy dealer today.
Listen to Madison Money Guy every Saturday morning at 7 a.m. on 100.5 ESPN and ESPNWisconsin.com.
I like to refer to inflation as the silent killer. It's an invisible risk. It's just the idea that things get more expensive over time. You're going to need milk and eggs when you're in your early 60s and when you're in your early 80s. You're going to get a loaf of bread, and it's going to be more expensive 20 years from now.
Christian Finfrock is the Madison Money Guy. Call him today at 208-1800.
Ben Brust here to tell you about the Princeton Club. I joined the Princeton Club because I was looking for a place I could invest in my health, and the environment and the community I have felt has made it so easy for me to incorporate it into my everyday life. It doesn't matter where you're at in your fitness journey because they have something to offer everyone. It also goes beyond fitness. From the moment you walk in the club to the moment you walk out, there is a togetherness felt throughout the members and staff that keeps you going for your better tomorrow. Don't wait any longer and get started on your fitness journey today at PrincetonClub.net. That's PrincetonClub.net.
It's a mystery where Old Spice finds its amazing scents like Himalayan sea salt, but I'm thrilled they have because no other body wash exfoliates and moisturizes 24/7 like Old Spice Gentleman's Himalayan sea salt body wash. Now, if only there was a mountain range separating the Indian subcontinent from the Tibetan plateau where I could hide my Old Spice and keep my family from stealing it, my impossibly smooth skin will finally be safe.
Find what you love what you find. A Total Wine and More. There's so much waiting for you. Spirits and beer, thousands of wines. Guides in the know and prices so low. It just might blow your mind. You're gonna find what you love and love what you find.
Only at Total Wine and More. Drink responsibly. Be 21.
Hi, Drew and Jonathan Scott here, reminding you that a lot of life's firsts are better with help from American Family Insurance. Like your first home expansion or your first big lightning strike. There's a first for everything. Get the right home policy at the right price with the right help from American Family's agents. Life's better when you're under American Family's roof. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. American Family Mutual Insurance Company SI and its operating company 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, sponsored by Bud Light on ESPN Wisconsin and Wisconsin On Demand.
DJ Strope is back at it here on KBN on ESPN Wisconsin. I'm Kyle Walls. He's Brad Nortman. You're listening to KBN, Kyle Brust and Nortman from the One Call That's All Gruber Law Office studio here in downtown Milwaukee at the Avenue at the Sturr Street Market Hall. And we're all just jazzed up, man. We're excited for getting this weekend going. A nice holiday weekend going as well. And speaking about holiday weekends, with this one, getting started basically for me, 5 o'clock, I get a chance to get my holiday weekend going. We all live for these holiday weekends, whether it's Easter when you get the day off, whether it's Labor Day you get the day off, or heck, even Thanksgiving when you get a little bit of time away. We all live for a 3-day weekend, but most people we live for. But then this whole concept of having not having a holiday I should say, the whole concept of working year round was rather new to my friend Brad here. So talk about your adjustment here, and what do you prefer when it comes to 3-day weekends, Fridays or Mondays?
Listen, I take my long weekends very seriously now, and there's a reason for that. Because if you think about the school year rhythm, right? Think about growing up, right? All the way through college even. You've got set times where you got a season of like working hard and you're in the school year or you're whatever. And then you get a nice long winter break.
It was
You
nice.
get a nice long spring break. But then especially the summer break. Ooh, boy, to have like 3 months where you got no school, no responsibilities, all fun. Imagine taking that not even past college, but taking that into your work world. Because in the NFL, I mean, I went right into that, into the NFL season, right? So you got fall and winter where it's like, okay, white knuckle, total focus, total commitment. But boy, oh boy, those off seasons, you get a 3-month off season and then you get another 6 weeks in between spring training or like the spring practicing and training camp. You would have these amazing long breaks that I would love. And as much as I loved playing in the NFL, you loved looking forward to those big breaks. So I'm not going to lie, when I finally retired and I started working like normal quote unquote jobs, my first year in finance, there was a lot of adjustments. The biggest adjustment was not having a long break. I'm like,
you mean just work? You mean going to work?
Wait, I'm
having a work week?
I'm like just working all the way through. There's no breaks. There are no breaks going on. This is ridiculous. And by the time, I'm not joking, I got 12 months in, 1 full year of not having like a long sustained break. I'm like, I need a sabbatical. I need a break. I need like a 3-month break.
You needed a sabbatical from being a normal human being, being a regular American that's hardworking.
After 1 year, I was like, I need a long break. These long weekends and then using PTO days to maybe do 1 full week. This ain't enough. I need a sabbatical. Dang it. And so that was a huge adjustment. It's actually funny too. I was talking to some guys at the NFL Media Summit in LA, and guys that were still playing.
Cool.
So cool. They were still playing, and we were talking about life after, and I was just giving them some insight and whatever. And they were like, "How hard is it to not have a break? Like, I cannot imagine. Literally, I cannot imagine not having an off season." And I'm like, buddy, it's horrible. Like, it is so bad. So it's a huge adjustment. So yeah, I needed a sabbatical after 1 year of working, and I'm not ashamed to say it. So now I've readjusted. Okay, I'm a fully functioning adult
You had no choice but to readjust, or you don't eat.
Did. That's true.
Or you live off your NFL money for so long.
That's true. So now I take my 3-day work weeks very seriously, and it's got me think. Or 3-day work weeks. I wish. Actually, I don't wish because I like being on the air with you guys. My 3-day weekends very seriously. It got me thinking. Labor Day is a Monday. What's that, Stro?
That seems very insincere.
Of what?
After you said, I wish I had a 3-day work week. Actually, no, I don't. I like you guys. Anyway.
Is that not enough for you? Do I need to gush over my time on the air?
No, I just said it insincere. Continue. Sorry to interrupt.
Well, I do. I do like being on the air with you guys. Look at me.
He's your best friend. He knows how much you care. That's very true. At least you're not Ben.
At least I'm not Ben. So I was thinking about Labor Day weekend, Memorial Day weekend, how the days off are the Monday after. And I was thinking to myself, if I had the choice between a Friday off or a Monday off for a long weekend, give me Monday every time. I love the way that it's structured, having Monday off. Because let's be honest, Friday, we got Friday energy right now, don't we, boys? I mean, we're excited. We're hyped. This is like about as good of a work day as you can have because you're so hyped for it. So Friday, it kind of feels like a half day, if I'm going to be quite honest. We're of like a focus level and a good high energy level. This is a fun Friday. Give me Fridays like this all the time. And then additionally, so Fridays are way better. Sunday becomes an elite day. I mean, most Sundays it's like, oh, here we go. It's 3:00. I got to start thinking about Monday, start throttling down. Sunday scaries, they don't exist when Monday is off. So Sundays become absolutely elite, which I love. Usually the best sports are on Sunday. So you can sit back, relax, have a carbless, and just sit back and enjoy it. And then additionally, it gets even better because you got Monday off. You're rewarded with a 4-day work week on the backside of the vacation, which is unbelievable because the hardest part about the vacation, the 3 days off, is coming back to work. So the challenge of a 5-day work week with a 4, it is so much better. It's better in every way. Give me always the Mondays off if I had a choice.
800-990-3776. Old spoiled Brad is sitting here talking about the tough transition of having to be a regular American, a hard-working American, I'll say at that, but coming back to work and having to work for a full year instead of only having to work 6 months out of the year. And that led him to value having 3-day weekends so much more. What do you prefer, Mondays or do you prefer Fridays? Trophy, what do you prefer? And make sure you also go to our poll, Kyle, Brust, and Nortman at ESPN, KBN, ESPNS on Twitter. What do you prefer for the day off? Strofe?
I think I'm Team Brad on this one. Fridays are enjoyable, and as we heard Ben, what would it be, complaining, bitching about earlier, whatever we were doing, I think Friday is already like Friday loose fun energy anyway, and Monday is just a bonus day. I feel like it's a 4-day weekend.
It's a good way to view it, Strophy. I totally agree.
So here's the thing. This is where you're both wrong, okay? I understand. I love days off. I love them. I really do. I don't take enough of them. I don't utilize. They don't carry over here. Oh, no, we carry over 5, and I have to whole another thing. I don't use them all. But here's the thing. Did y'all see the energy Ben had yesterday?
Chaotic?
Yes. Chaotic on a Thursday. You know why?
Because it was his Friday.
Because it was his Friday. There is nothing better because, listen, like Sundays, yeah, they're fun, but Mondays, there's not much to do on a Monday. Your Monday becomes a chill, relaxed day. But you can still always do Sunday Fun Day because people will just, do Sunday Fun Day and recover. There is nothing better than having a Friday off because Thursday, when people are really ready to turn up, really ready to have a good time, there is nothing more fun than that. I got to actually live that. When I worked at Marquette, Catholic University right up the street, you all know about We Are Marquette. We got Good Friday off. And what that meant was at 3 o'clock on Thursday, the day before, we got to leave the office. And what did we do? We went to go do something, a happy hour hangout. You get to kick your weekend off a little bit earlier. And Thursday night, you can party, you can go travel, do what you got to do. But the city is much more fun on a Thursday night and then having Friday all day off where you can relax in the morning, go do something fun, and then go hang out at night. Sunday Fun Day does not change regardless of the fact that you have Monday off. Sunday Fun Day is still something that you do because you're not going to do too much on Monday but relax. But what you're going to do Thursday night and what you're going to do Friday as well, you are turning up. When you take trips to Vegas, when you went to Vegas, did you go to Vegas on a Thursday or did you want to go to Vegas on a Monday?
I mean, I would want to go on a Thursday.
You prefer to be there on a Thursday because everybody know the club go up on a Thursday.
But you're not going to turn up on Sunday if you have Monday off?
I know it. Stroke, thank you, Stroke. The song says Tuesday, but I say Thursday.
But you're going to... I don't even know what song you're referencing.
You and probably a lot of people in KBN
What?
Nation.
But you're telling me on this Sunday, you're not going to live it up like it's another weekend day, like you're borrowing a weekend? You're not going to have a chill Sunday, are you? For Memorial Day, like with Monday off, Sunday you borrow an extra day of the weekend.
Yeah, I would prefer to ball. Honestly, I would have preferred to be like Ben yesterday to know that Thursday night I can go and kick it. For instance, my girl, her mom's in town. When did she come in town? She came in town on a Thursday. I would have loved to be able to just kick it with them, turn up yesterday, have a good time. Nope, had to get ready to go to work the next day. But if I didn't, I would have had a great time last night. But instead, I got to go to bed while they just do all the, have all the fun stuff going on.
Could have used one of your million off days.
No, you know why I couldn't? Because Ben was already going to be gone. Brad, heck, I'm happy Brad's here. He barely got here, and I know you weren't going to be focused on the show. I'm here for KBN Nation. I don't know when I'm going to have.
What do you mean I wasn't focused on the show?
You mean focused on the show? We didn't
I'm
give
locked
us,
in right
You
now.
didn't give us one topic today. Knowing it's the day that we ain't going to have Ben, and you didn't give us one topic.
You were
that's
pretty
lazy.
quiet in pre-show.
He didn't say because he was coming down off the high of doing the show.
That's not accurate. I was trying to find Ben complaining about Thanksgiving.
That's true. You were pretty locked into finding that audio.
But no, for me, give me my Fridays off. I absolutely love Fridays. I love getting the weekend early. If you need to travel on Thursday like Ben did, you can travel on Thursday. You have a lot of time to go be with family as well. Yes, Mondays are cool. They're nice to have off, but you ain't kicking it on a Monday. You're kicking it Thursday night. You're kicking it Friday night. You're kicking it Saturday night. You are kicking it on Sunday, and a lot of times, and Strofe is probably wanting to talk about it. Strofe, have you had a fun day Sunday or Sunday fun day and went to work on Monday?
Yeah.
Exactly. You can still do that. That's just a regular week. Having Thursday off, whoo, boy, that's a Thursday. That's what I want.
That's a good point.
But see, I feel like the Friday, where you have to work on the Friday, it feels like a light Friday. It's a very light work day today. And then you get rewarded on the back end with a 4-day work week. Coming back to work after a 3-day weekend is a hard thing to do. It's significantly harder when you have 5 days staring you in the face compared to 4. You come back on Tuesday and you're like, whew, we're already almost halfway through the week. Let's go.
You know when it's the best is when the 4th of July is on like a Saturday, so your job gives you that Friday off in observation of the 4th of July, and then Thursday you get to maybe work a half a day. Oh, there's nothing better than that. I'm telling y'all this. 800-990-3776. David on the Talking Text line, and you can also chime in on Talking Text line as well at 800-990-3776. He said Mondays. Not everybody can be a true workhorse like you, Kyle. LOL. I mean,
Kind of our workhorse.
I mean, that's what I get paid to do.
Be more like Kyle.
Hey.
Yeah, we need a little bit more Kyles over here. Justin Rip in Rona also said having Friday off and going out Thursday with a tea time at 11 on Friday is the absolute best.
What Ben did today.
I mean, that sounds
That
pretty
is
good. That's exactly what Ben did.
Exactly
That's
what
ironic.
Ben did. Austin said Mondays off during the NFL season is clutch, especially after a Sunday night game. And that's basically what you were saying, Brad.
Yeah, boy, in the fall, if you were able to do that, I mean, that sounds unbelievable. That's why Labor Day weekend's so good. But I guess NFL football doesn't start until after Labor Day.
And then lastly, Ron said you couldn't have taken the day off, only done the show at 2 and been able to turn up last night. How long do you need to recover? What Ron doesn't understand is that
that would work for me just fine.
That would work. Brad may have the opportunity to
I don't
do
roll
that.
in this building till noon at best.
It
So
works.
I could certainly do that.
It works.
All right.
It works for some of us, but others aren't as blessed as Brad is to have been able to be talented at something that he actually loved. I love doing this, but he was talented at something where he played in the NFL. When you're an NFLer, you get different hours, man. You get your expertise playing in the NFL trumps anything I can ever say.
Yeah. Question for you. You mentioned 4th of July placement. It is a Thursday this year.
Oh, am I coming on Friday?
It is not an observed holiday according to our company email.
The 5th isn't the Friday.
Correct. Yeah.
The reason
what are we gonna do there?
This is. I'm gonna tell you this.
You think Brad's coming to work on
What
Friday?
email is that? What email are we talking about? You know I ain't gonna be here.
Wait a minute, Brad. Don't pull the Magic Johnson like Stroke.
Someone's got to be on the horn.
So here's the thing.
Packers play on the 23rd of December, by the way.
Yeah,
Christmas Eve is not an observed holiday either.
It isn't. Yeah, that's a tough one. I'm gonna tell you this right now. The only reason I'm gonna be here on the 5th is because we are going to be live from Summerfest. And so I had some of my teammates over there from The Truth ask me, Kyle, do we got to work on the 5th? I said, yeah. We at Summerfest. We at the largest music festival in the world, live from the lakefront. So I'm keeping it real, because had we not had to be at Summerfest, I would have took the day off. I would say, Brian, hey, put it in national that day. But I'll be here. Brad, this is breaking news to you. I'm sure you're pondering what your holiday was.
No, I already tell you I'm not going to be here. I'll tell you this right now. I won't hold you in suspense. I ain't going to be here. Classic Magic Johnson.
All right,
Don't even need to second guess it.
Well, it might just be Kay, and who knows if Stroke's going to be here. It may just be me on the nice holiday weekend. 800-990-3776. Mondays or Fridays? What is the 3-day weekend you'd rather have? Would you rather have Friday, Saturday, Sunday off, or would you rather have Saturday, Sunday, Monday off as we get ready for this Memorial Day weekend? But coming up next, somebody who loves taking vacations during the offseason. I mean, he said, listen, bumps that. I might work on radio, but I'm still an NFL guy. I'm taking my vacation. The good old Tausch. He'll be joining us next right here on KBN.
I'm not going to be here.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
Hey, Russell, this is Brad. Awesome. I had nothing before then.
Hey, Russell, this is Brad.
Hey, Russ, what up, Russ?
Awesome. And I'm going to read this word for word.
Yeah,
That's who I am.
all right, let's give him the floor. I'm going to try and
Yeah, don't interrupt, dang it.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
You can drive cutting-edge design. 2024 Audis are on the lot and ready for delivery. You can save $7,500 on select Audi EVs with the AFS EV lease bonus. See dealer for details and exclusions. Eligibility is subject to credit approval through Audi Financial Services. Cannot be combined with National Customer Credit. Offer expires June 3rd, 2024. Stop in and test drive today. Check out their website to see their current electric vehicle inventory and their monthly specials. The search for your Audi begins at Zimbrick Audi Madison, off the Beltline and Rimrock Road. Drive yours today.
Ben Brust here from Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, and tell you about the newest spike tee on the market, and that is Hoop Tee. And when I mean that it's the newest and best, it was born on the boardwalk of Ocean City, Maryland, and enjoyed now right here in Madison, Wisconsin. With flavors like an original spike tee. You have peach, you have mango, you have watermelon. Hoop Tee will make you feeling great with whatever flavor fits your profile. Hoop Tee. Enjoy the hoops on the screen and hoops in your hand. HoopTee.com. Must be 21 years or older to enjoy.
Fleet Farm has everything you need to reel in even more fish this summer. Rod and reel combos? We've got them. Exclusive lures you won't find anywhere else. You betcha. And this week, Berkeley Gulp Plastics and Scents are on sale for 20% off. Plus, keep your drinks cold and food fresh on those marathon fishing days with our huge selection of Yeti coolers and drinkware, featuring new seasonal colors like Big Wave Blue. Angle in to get everything you need for your everyday life at Fleet Farm.
Every business faces challenges, but complicated, expensive, and uncertain shipping shouldn't be one of them. With USPS Ground Advantage from the United States Postal Service, you can avoid all the noise. No more unexpected surcharges, hidden fees, or complex rate structures. It's just easy, cost-effective, and dependable shipping. Tune your business's frequency to success and turn shipping to your advantage. Learn how at USPS.com/advantage. USPS Ground Advantage. Simple, affordable, reliable.
I went hands-free.
I went hands-free.
I went hands-free.
I went hands-free with Skechers Slip-ins.
Join the millions of people who are celebrating going hands-free with Skechers Slip-ins. Footwear you just step into and they're on.
It's crazy how something as simple as a pair of shoes have made my life better.
After trying Skechers Slip-ins, I want all my shoes to have this technology.
See what everybody can't stop talking about. Go hands-free with Skechers Slip-ins at a Skechers store, Skechers.com, or wherever stylish footwear is sold.
It's ESPN Wisconsin's Ben Brust for Road America, America's National Park of Speed. Make the most out of your summer at Road America, located conveniently between Green Bay, Milwaukee, and Madison in Elkhart Lake. Come see a race at the legendary 4-mile, 14-turn road course. Camp on site all weekend and enjoy free admission for kids 16 and under with a paying adult at the gate. Make sure you get tickets for the NTT IndyCar Series race at Road America June 6th through the 9th. Come for the experience and stay for the race. Get your tickets at roadamerica.com.
If you want a fresh twist on surf and turf, look no further than North and South Seafood and Smokehouse. Inspired by their time living in the Alaskan Gulf in southern Texas, owners Keith and Aaron brought together unique culinary backgrounds to create a truly authentic American restaurant here in Madison. After expanding to 2 more locations in DeForest and Verona, you can savor smoky, wood-fired barbecue and freshly prepared seafood from around the country. Explore their full menu and dining options at eatnorthandsouth.com. That's eatnorthandsouth.com.
The second annual ESPN Madison Open, presented by Coors Light, is coming soon, and you can swing into the fun. Molly Brown here. Join us on Monday, August 5th at Bishops Bay Country Club and help raise money for the Miracle League of Dane County. Purchase a whole sponsorship, and you'll help provide adaptive equipment, uniforms, and a safe, inclusive environment where every child can thrive. Interested? Email ESPN Madison Sales at goodkarmabrands.com. Sponsor a hole, donate, and make dreams come true with the Miracle League of Dane County, because every child deserves the chance to play ball.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, sponsored by Bud Light on ESPN Wisconsin and Wisconsin On Demand.
This threw Brad off. Brad said the remix.
Remix. Whoa.
DJ
I was
Stroke.
not ready for that.
Yeah, he's trying to get us turned up and lit on a holiday weekend on a Friday as we all get prepared for a 3-day weekend. But what is a better way to get you ready for your 3-day weekend other than having Mark Tauscher from Wildy and Tausch, which you can hear on ESPN Wisconsin every weekday from 9 to 12. Tauschi, welcome back.
Good to be back. Good to be with you guys this afternoon.
Yeah, Machu Picchu, is that where you were? Is that how you say it? Is that where you were? Is that a mountain? Where is that? What is that?
Yeah, say it again, Kyle. I want to make sure.
Machu Picchu?
Machu Picchu.
Try it again.
Let's
see how long till we get it right.
Machu Picchu. Like Pikachu.
Yeah, I'm not going to ask you to spell it because I'm going to be honest. I went there, spent time there, and I still don't know how to spell it. So I'm not going to ask you to do that, but it's beautiful. I just told Strophy, make sure you, if you can, go when you're a little younger because it is challenging. There's a lot of altitude. There's a lot of steps. It's very slippery. There's a lot of things going on, but it's one of the 7 wonders of the world, according to whoever wrote that, and it's a beautiful spot.
Is that in like Sri Lanka or something like that?
No. Guess again. This is kind of fun.
Is it in Asia?
I know where it is.
Oh, you know where it is?
No, you keep guessing.
It's in Asia, right? Oh,
No.
wow. What is it? Europe?
No.
It's not in America. No. Machu Picchu.
Yeah, which America?
Oh, it's in South America.
There you go.
Oh, Colombia, Costa Rica.
Costa Rica.
Chile. Where the hell is this place at?
begins with a P.
Oh, Peru.
There you go.
Machu Picchu. I think I knew that. Maybe I didn't.
You definitely did. I'll be honest with you. I didn't know a ton either. I had not been to South America, so that was my first voyage. And it's weird because you go on a long trip and, you have a bunch of hours in an airplane. And typically you go, if you go to Australia or something else and you get jet lag and everything else. It was the exact same time zone as Milwaukee, Wisconsin. So that part was just weird.
That's
but
nice.
Then it got super dark at like 5:30, 6 o'clock at night. And with the equator, I've never really understood, the axis and the sun and how that all worked. But it's, I guess, fall there or I don't know. It was definitely darker earlier than I anticipated.
Yeah, I believe that south of the hemisphere, it's inverted to our seasons, which is wild. It's hard to get your mind around. But Tausch, you're entering at a perfect time in our conversation because I got two questions. One is, what was the thought process behind coming back and working on a Friday and not just taking the Friday off and just continuing of one long, holiday stretch?
Yeah, I took some heat on that from Wildy and from Jesse this morning, and my point is I take a lot of vacations. We go on some fun trips, and when I'm back, I'm going to work. I'm not going to. I don't need to take a. We have Eleanor's got a bunch of softball this weekend. So what if I was going to go up north or go do something big? I would have went and done it. But since I'm here, why would I not work? I guess there's the disconnect, and it wasn't as if we planned this out a long time ago to go to Machu Picchu. So I wasn't going to just take a day to take a day. I wanted to jump back in, and I guess maybe I just looked at it from a different perspective because you're not the first person to ask me that.
Tausch, that's why you're the best. You're eager to work, you're hungry to work, and when you're there available, you're getting after it.
Yeah, I like to grind. No question about that.
So we need your input on what we were just discussing. If you had a 3-day weekend, like we're about to have here for Memorial Day weekend, do you prefer having Friday off or Monday off?
Oh, it's always Friday. The nice thing is, I think when it comes to this, you can really celebrate and expect, the Sunday can be a big day, and then Monday you can kind of round back into form. But I always want Fridays off. If you look at my work schedule for the last 8 years since I've been doing, working for GKB, I take a lot of Fridays typically because there's either hockey or something going on, but also I would much rather do that because it gets to be Sunday. You get a lot of sports that have happened. I want to get back on air. I want to be back working. So just in general, I think it's more unique to have that Monday. I think most people are always going to go with the Friday because it gets your weekend started earlier, and then you can actually feel it can be Thursday, and you don't feel like you're really missing a ton. Whereas if you take off Monday, it's the start of a new week, and it feels like you're behind the 8 ball the whole time.
I know you were going around the world, but the Packers did have OTA start this week, and I'm not sure if you saw, the Packers had almost perfect attendance. I believe one person wasn't there, and it was for personal reasons. How important are OTAs for the Green Bay Packers this year?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's always important to just kind of get a gauge for where your team is. And I know veteran players, a lot of times when we had these discussions with Aaron Rodgers not coming, you have different things that are going on, but I think it's a really great sign. You have how the team finished last season. Obviously, there's different players, but your core group is back, and you really get that camaraderie. And it was always one of mine. Brad, I don't know if you felt this way. I thoroughly enjoyed the off-season workout program, even if it was 3 or 4 days a week, because that's the time you go work out, you do all that. Then there's time to actually go hang out. If it's playing golf, if it's going bowling, if it's just going and playing cards, having dinner, that's really when you can start forming those bonds with your teammates off the field. Because once football season starts and training camp gets going, it's football all the time. Here you get you do your football stuff, and then you have time to really get an understanding of what makes a guy tick. That's where you really start forming those friendships with guys on the team, is throughout this OTA minicamp process. And the fact that Green Bay is as young as it is and has the attendance it has I think is a great sign for Packer fans.
Yeah, Tausch, you're exactly right. I mean, it represents a very low stress time to be around the team, to get work in, and certainly for relationship building. But I got to ask you on this one. So the window for Jordan Love to have signed a contract has opened up, and I know we're all Jordan Love guys here, so if we're the Green Bay Packers, we want to sign him. But it seems like this might not happen as quick as at least I estimated it to be. But I got to ask you, at what point would you start to become concerned if Jordan Love isn't signed yet?
Yeah, I think from a Packers standpoint, you have that big shareholders meeting, and then training camp usually starts 2 or 3 days after that. I would think, because the question is, that's when the concern level, to answer your question, Brad, it would be right around that time, so end of July, because the question I'm going to have is Jordan Love going to play under this contract? Is he going to play for $11 million this year? I don't think his representation is going to advise him to do that. And I don't think the Packers are going to expect him to do that. But then where is that line of delineation? When will Jordan Love say, I'm not doing this at this price point? Is it going to be the beginning of training camp? I don't think there'll be any way that he does not show up. He's the leader of this football team. He's still young in his career development, and it just worked out that his contract, he's got 1 year left on his deal. Is he going to, at some point, say, I'm not going to play if you don't give me a new deal? I don't know the answer to that, and I don't think anybody does. But I think the answer he gave Domofsky this week after one of the OTAs was, we'll see how this all works out. It wasn't, yes, definitely I'm going to play, or no, I'm not. But it just makes you feel like if it gets to training camp, that's when I think you could start being concerned. You still have 2 months, 2.5 months, or whatever it is, to kind of let that shake itself out. But I think figuring out what Jordan Love's plan is going to be if he doesn't get that contract, then you put the ball back in the Packers' court. Because right now, I don't think Green Bay wants to get a deal done with him, but Green Bay's not going to be mad if Jordan Love is playing on an $11 million a year deal and just letting it play out. That's actually exactly, if it strictly comes down to finances, Green Bay doesn't have any problem with letting that happen.
Yeah, but I don't think that should be the thing that the Packers allow to happen. Now, Tausch, I was a little bit concerned about something. The Green Bay Packers got a new strength and conditioning coach this offseason. And then Zach Tom has a torn pectoral muscle. And then also Tucker Kraft has a torn pectoral muscle. And then Matt LaFleur has a torn pectoral muscle. Should we be concerned about this transition to a new strength and conditioning coach and then all these injuries really popping up like this?
Obviously it's not ideal, and I think every strength coach has different things that they are going to focus on and try to figure out what their methodology is going to lead to. And so I'm sure usually if you pop a pec, it's from a bench. You're bench pressing, you're doing some free weights, but it's going to be you're doing some type of benching, and you wonder now, well, are you guys warming up enough and anything else? Because it can happen to one guy. If it happens to 2, 3, 4 guys, all of a sudden that trend starts looking and you say, well, why is this happening? This didn't happen before. Just like I think a lot of the strength and conditioning staff took a lot of heat for some of the soft tissue injuries in the past, and now the new strength and conditioning team comes in. Sounds like they're doing longer warm-ups before practice and everything else. So you're trying to find that out. I never have been one to blame the strength and conditioning staff for all of that. I think it's more you're trying to get these guys ready, and especially with the short off seasons now. So am I concerned? I think it's something you definitely want to monitor, because the last thing you want to have happen is some of these injuries continue to pop up, and then when the season starts, you can't afford to have guys missing time in that regular season because your bench program or whatever you're doing is causing a bunch of pec injuries.
Tausch, we talked about this earlier in the week, so one more quick one before we let you go, because I know I'm going to be doing this weekend. Around a bonfire, you got your marshmallow set up for your s'more. Are you the kind of guy that just sticks the marshmallow in the flame?
S'more?
A s'more?
So the way he says it the first time, always s'more. He always says it with an extra little schmuck.
I'm getting a little bit excitable over here. I'm just thinking about it. My mouth is watering.
It's very French.
Yes.
Okay.
I could be French. That sounds good to me.
He does look like it.
Yeah. But I got to ask, are you the kind of guy that just puts the marshmallow right in the flame, chars it, scorches it? Or are you the kind of guy that's patient, kind of rotisseries it, gets that golden brown outside?
Yeah, I like to think of myself as the patient rotisserie type, but no, Melt the marshmallow, get it on there, throw the chocolate on, let's go to work. I want it done yesterday. So, no, as much as I think it is important, I think the marshmallow is the key to the whole shamour, as you put it. I don't think it's the chocolate. It's the correct cook on the marshmallow. And if you can get that right where it melts and it's not uber sticky everywhere else, that's how you do it. So the rotisserie and I think being very deliberate with your approach is the way to go. Unfortunately, that's just not me.
Tausch, you got anything for us?
Have a great weekend, boys.
Yeah, you too.
Certainly
Coming
will.
back from Peru, Machu Picchu.
Machu Picchu, Machu Picchu. And where did you say it was at first? What was the first guess?
I thought it was in Sri Lanka.
Sri Lanka.
I always thought it was like some mountains or hills. Oh, I don't know. Who knows?
No, I hear you.
Thank you, Tausch.
Thanks, Tausch.
Yes, sir. That is Mark Tauscher. You can hear OT every weekday on Willie and Tausch from 9 a.m. to noon right here on ESPN Wisconsin. We'll have more on the other side. Caleb Williams sucks. We'll talk about that.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN.
The fact that I, within a month and a half, would have an opportunity to have Sierra thinking about me, oh, my goodness. I signed up to be with y'all, but I will happily be with Sierra.
All right, take it easy. Put it in the pants. Put it in the pants.
Stop it. Not that type of happy.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin present your Badger Minute.
Varsity on Wisconsin On Demand is home to all the latest and best Badgers content on ESPN Wisconsin. Subscribe on Apple, Spotify, Wisconsin On Demand, and wherever you get your podcasts.
With your Badger Minute, I'm Hunter Vaughn. Wisconsin volleyball commit Charlie Furbringer won the USA Volleyball Junior Female Athlete of the Year award back on Wednesday night. The California native and Maricosta High School senior also won the 2023 Gatorade California Volleyball Player of the Year and a gold medal at the 2023 U19 World Championships. You can hear every match of Wisconsin volleyball on Madison's new home for Wisconsin volleyball, 100.5 ESPN.
Right now, get 0% interest-free financing for up to 48 months when you order by May 31st. Set your free in-home consultation at PellaWI.com.
Ben Brust here to tell you about Neutral. Vodka, seltzer, real juice. If you're wondering what makes Neutral so tasty, it's pretty simple. Using real vodka with real juice, because when good ingredients go in, great taste comes out. So cheers to that. Neutral, keep it tasty and enjoy the best time of the year, May through the summer. Neutral will be there for you. With a variety of different flavors, there's something for everyone. Neutral, vodka, seltzer, real juice.
Experience the rebirth of an American treasure in Oconomowoc. The club at Lac La Belle is open. The redesigned course is one of Wisconsin's finest tracks at the heart of the Wisconsin Golf Trail. Named Best New Wisconsin Course in 2021 by Golf Digest. The club at Lac La Belle is open to the public 7 days a week. Schedule your tee time today at club@laclabelle.com. See what everyone is talking about. The club at Lac La Belle is a place to experience over and over again. Go to club@laclabelle.com to start your journey.
The area's best high school sports coverage is Zimbrick Honda's presentation of Prep Mania.
Hey, it's Hunter Vaughn. Every week, Dennis Summerow and I talk all things area high school sports, and we talk to local athletes, coaches, administrators, and more. You can find full shows over on Wisconsin On Demand or wherever you get your podcasts.
Zimbrick Honda's Prep Mania is also brought to you by Canopy Wealth Management, Pasquale's Cantina, UW Credit Union, Stoughton Trailers, the GRB Academy, and Stoughton Health.
What would you do if you didn't have knee pain? Golf more? Keep up with your grandkids? Join Stoughton Health and Ortho Team Clinic's Dr. Ashish Raval, board certified in both orthopedic surgery and sports medicine, for an informative free online event Thursday, June 6th at 5:30 p.m. Dr. Raval will discuss how Conformist custom knee implants may be the solution to ending your knee pain. To register, go to stoughtonhealth.com and click on Classes and Events. Stoughton Health, creating excellence together.
Are you in need of expert exterior renovations? Look no further than Ridgetop Exteriors. For over 22 years, we've been the trusted name in roofing, siding, windows, doors, and gutter replacements. With a track record of excellence on our Google reviews, we take pride in transforming houses into dream homes. Visit us today at ridgetopexteriors.com for a free consultation. That's ridgetopexteriors.com. Ridgetop Exteriors, your trusted local affordable partners.
Experience, knowledge, and results. That's what you need when you've been in a serious truck accident. Call Gruber Law Offices. We've successfully helped people injured by big trucks for more than 35 years. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all. After a serious accident, you'll need a winning team to protect your rights. Trust Wisconsin's own Gruber Law Offices. Proud partner of your Milwaukee Brewers. One call, that's all.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Up all night for good fun. We're up all night to get lucky. She's up all night to
Oh, it's rainy out there. It's going to be followed up by warm weather later. It's the perfect time of year to be like, you know what? Those old windows, those old doors, it's time to move on from them. You've been thinking about it? Here's your solution. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. I've seen it for myself. I've been to the showroom alongside Ben Brust. I've seen the luxury. I've seen the innovation. I've seen the reliability. Pella Windows and Doors will give your home the much-needed boost, increase your home value, but also decrease energy costs. Keep the cold air where it deserves to be. All those bugs and rain, keep all that outside. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin has what you need to fortify your home, and right now is the best time to do it. Order today and you get 0% for up to 48 months. That's right, 1, 2, 3, 4 years of 0%. In this economy, how can Pella offer that? They want to give you the savings. Set up your free in-home consultation now at PellaWI.com.
It is KBN, Kyle Brust and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin. No Brust today as he took yesterday off too, but today he is officially not here as he is on vacation.
Yeah, he was mentally off yesterday, physically here. It's the best way
I'm not going to be here.
He wasn't there yesterday, nor is he here today. But before the break, it just tickles me. It really does. I said Caleb Williams sucks because Caleb Williams, he sucked yesterday. He was bad. Caleb Williams sucks. Yeah, they had practice open to the media, and Caleb Williams, he struggled. And I just find this laughable because Bears fans thought he was the next greatest thing, which he still could be a great quarterback. I'm not saying that there's no opportunity for him to be great, but they were coming in here thinking that Caleb Williams was going to be the best quarterback in the NFC North for the next 5 years, that he was going to be the guy that led them to beat the Packers, a guy that can lead them to 10-plus wins. And early on, they act like the fact that it was impossible for him to run into some struggles. So I find it comical when I go on ESPN.com and I hear Bears vets lift up Caleb Williams after struggling in practice.
Here's what Bears fans can learn, right? Because we've had David Kaplan from our sister station, ESPN Chicago, come on our program and say Caleb Williams is going to be second only to Michael Jordan in the lore of great
I'm on Jays, and Jordan ain't played in the league in like 15 years.
Yeah, and he is someone who is a different stratosphere when it comes to athletes. But to say that Caleb Williams is going to be second in Chicago only to Michael Jordan before he's even taken an NFL snap, I hope this is a cautionary tale, right? Because look, like you said, Caleb Williams, he might turn out to be a really good quarterback. And to be fair, there were some not great reports of Jordan Love when he was playing, whether it be his rookie year or even most recently.
Yeah.
But Packer fans, to Packer fans' credit,
yes,
they said, boy, I don't know what we got in Jordan Love. I'm concerned. We had Favre, we had Rodgers, Jordan Love. I don't know. Is this going to be the start of the lean years like the 70s and 80s for the Green Bay Packers? So there was always a bit of caution. There was always a bit of like temper expectations and wait to see if Jordan Love can put it on the field. Bears fans, they don't do that. They rush right to crown their next guy. And I just hope this is something for Bears fans to realize. Say, hold on. This guy hasn't taken one snap in the NFL. And of course there's going to be struggles. He might be great. He might be terrible. He might be somewhere in between. So let's just slow down, Bears fans, before you start talking all that trash, before you start crowning him as the next great NFL star. Why don't we let him actually play some NFL games first and have the proof to back that up?
Caleb Williams sucks. That's true. It's true. He sucked yesterday.
Currently, he sucks. That's all we know.
There is something
Caleb
about
Williams
sucks. There's something about when people don, especially at that quarterback position, that ugly orange jersey. Once they put that on at the quarterback position, they immediately become worse at their job, immediately become worse at what they're doing. And we talked about this a couple weeks ago, and you just kind of alluded to it now. You can't crown people without making them earn things, right? You can't. He has been given this number one, quarterback starting position. I understand he's a first overall pick, but make him earn it. Make him work for something, because now what you're doing is you have thrust him into a position that says, here's the keys to the offense. You're the guy to lead it. And now all the pressure falls on him. You don't have a veteran to just say, hey, we're going to have this vet. Caleb has to compete, and he has somebody to lean on. Nope. It's all Caleb Williams, and it's to the point where DJ Moore was talking about growing pains. It's frustrating, but we also know we're learning a new system. Like, this is not what they expected, and I find it hilarious and comical that Bears fans now have to be shaking in their boots saying, well, it's early. It's early. They're going to be saying this because what's going to happen? He's going to struggle early in the season. They're going to say, well, it's early, No, I'm telling y'all this right now. They made a huge mistake by not bringing in not just competition. It's not about that, but bringing in somebody to keep him motivated and have him understand that everything in life is earned, especially in the NFL. Everything should be earned. There should be you have to work for your opportunity to be a starting quarterback. It shouldn't just be handed to you.
Yeah, competition, even if you're the first overall draft pick, and even though everybody knows, maybe it's a bad kept secret that you're going to be the starter, just even the mental presence of another guy there to push you. It pushes you in ways that competition can only do it. And he's going to have days like this. He's going to have games like this where you look back and say, oof, that is ugly. But we'll say this right now. If Caleb Williams, not just on a one-game sample size, but over the course of one full year, maybe several years, when he tries to become the franchise quarterback that the Chicago Bears hope him to be, he's got all the weapons around him. Those weapons that the Bears have, they're better than the Packer weapons. I think we can all agree on that. But you might push back on that, Kyle, but they're more established than the Packer weapons, that's for sure. And they have an improved O-line. They got a pretty good defense. And he's the best talent since Andrew Luck, probably the best prospect, or at least a top 5 quarterback prospect in the last 25 years. If he ends up failing in Chicago, there is some kind of curse just hanging around that program. That you are right, that once you put that C on your helmet,
they put that ugly jersey on.
Something happens because he's got the weapons, he's got the running back, he's got the defense, and he is one of the best prospects in a long time. If he can't make it work there, I'm not sure anyone can make it work.
Bears fan sucks, so does Caleb Williams as well. They made a huge mistake by not having some type of veteran. Even last year with Bryce Young, who struggled, he had Andy Dalton on the roster. They didn't do anything. They have a backup quarterback, Tyson Bagent, whatever it is. They've done a terrible job of creating that competition, having some type of role model. They always find a way to flub this up. They always find a way to mess this up, and it always makes me so happy. There's nothing better than me celebrating the Green Bay Packers having almost 100% attendance at their OTAs. There's only one person being out because of personal reasons, and then reading headlines about how the next great thing, Caleb Williams has struggled. Boy, I love being a Packers fan.
You sure do, Kyle.
I do.
It's good to be on the north side of the border, I will say.
It always is. 800-990-3776. Let me know if you, like me, believe that Caleb Williams sucks. We'll have that and so much more on the other side. This is Kyle Brust on ESPN Wisconsin. Caleb.
LabCorp Clinical Trials is changing to a new name, Fortrea. While the name may be different, Fortrea combines decades of great experience and professionalism with new opportunities for clinical trial participation. It's more than a mission and more than a new name. Fortrea is dedicated to moving healthcare forward. To learn more about the future of healthcare and upcoming clinical trials, visit us at FortreaClinicalTrials.com. That's FORTREA clinicaltrials.com.
Hey, this is former Badger Brad Nortman.
Nortman, it's a fake. Great call and great execution.
You're listening to a Good Karma Brands radio station, 100.5 ESPN, WTLX, Monona, Madison.
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio, this is your Metro Kia of Madison Sports Center.
What's happening, Madison? I'm Alex Gravatt. This is your Sports Center, brought to you by Elkhart Lake, Wisconsin's Road America. The NIT IndyCar Series is coming June 6th through the 9th. Get your tickets today and check out the full season schedule at roadamerica.com. The Milwaukee Brewers start their away series against the Boston Red Sox tonight.
The Crew has been on a tough stretch over the past 9 days, going just 2-4 against the Astros and Marlins, but they still hold a 2-game lead in the NL Central. The Sox are favored in this one. Bryce Wilson is slated to start on the bump for the Brewers, and first pitch is scheduled for 6:10 p.m. on Apple TV Plus or on WTMJ Radio. In Green Bay, the team has off today with no OTAs scheduled, but speculation continues to swirl around Jordan Love's contract, when he'll get it, how much it'll be. Ian Rappaport from the NFL Network had this to say on the extension.
He was way more than just okay, and the way his season finished last year, he has put himself in the conversation as one of the really bright young stars of this league. He talked about his contract starting with a 5. I would echo that.
We'll have more on that, and is Matt LaFleur top 5 coach? KBN continues.
Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealer. Stop into Metro Kia on the east side of Madison or metrokiaofmadison.com.
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studios in Madison, this is Kyle Brust and Nortman, KBN. Sponsored by Bud Light on ESPN Wisconsin, ESPN Madison on YouTube, and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
It is KBN here on ESPN Wisconsin. I'm Kyle Wallace. He's Bradley Nortman, the longtime NFL punter, now and also Wisconsin great.
Ooh, I'll take Wisconsin great.
I would say you're the best punter in Wisconsin history. I don't know what the statistics say, but I would say based off the fact that you punted, you were starting all 4 years, weren't you?
All 4 years.
Yeah.
That's right. I think. No. I was.
Wouldn't you know that?
No. Hold on. I was gonna. That was the start of a sentence. I was gonna say I think I'm the only punter to play in the NFL from Wisconsin as well.
Oh wow.
Yeah. No, I'm wrong. Stemke. Okay, he's a guy from the early 2000s. I think he played 1 season. I'm the longest NFL punter, that's for sure.
You had probably the best specialist because Taylor Methoff, whatever his name is.
Yeah, Tyler Melhoff.
He was good, but he didn't make it.
No, he didn't. Did John Hall, remember that name?
I don't remember John Hall. You are the greatest specialist in Wisconsin history. How does that, man, what a distinction and honor for me to work with the greatest specialist in Wisconsin history.
So, I'm not sure I can say that. So John Hall was a place kicker for the Wisconsin Badgers. He played for the Jets and the Redskins. And it was the
formerly known as the Redskins.
Yeah, formerly known. From 97 to 06. That's 10 years.
Ooh.
Maybe most beloved.
Oh, yeah, you're the most beloved. There it is. In my heart. Yes. Number 1 in my heart.
That's right. That's what I care about.
Speaking about in my heart, though, Brad, there's someone that used to be in my heart that is as far away from my heart as he can possibly be.
Oof.
As he makes his return on Monday to American Family Field, and I'm talking about now our arch nemesis, our traitor, not our traitor, the traitor. Craig Counsell returns to AmFam Field on Monday, Memorial Day, as the Milwaukee Brewers kick off, or I should say, tip off. I don't know what you say in baseball, but
First pitch
off. The Milwaukee Brewers start off a series with the Chicago Cubs on Monday. This will be the first time that Craig Counsell makes his return to AmFam Field. The Brewers played the Cubs earlier at Wrigley, but this will be his first time back in Milwaukee as a manager since he decided to become Benedict Arnold. Brad, we were both upset.
Sure was.
We were fiery about the fact that not only did he decide to leave, and he as in Craig Counsell, he also decided to sell out and become a member of the Chicago Cubs, the hated Chicago Cubs. So as the Cubs come to town on Monday, if you were at that game on Monday, I know a lot of you in KBN Nation will be at that game on Monday, would you cheer or would you boo Craig Counsell?
Well, I'm not going to lie, Kyle. When this happened, we were all upset. I mean, it cut very deep. This was the Milwaukee son, Craig Counsell, born and bred here. And he was in the system at an early age. He was a great manager for the Milwaukee Brewers. It hurt. It stung. And I was angry. And I couldn't imagine a situation where he would walk into American Family Field and I wouldn't boo. I've changed my ways.
What?
I'm not going to the game on Monday, but if I was, I would not boo Craig Counsell. And here's why. this is a situation where, like, you're dating someone for a long time, and I mean a long time, and you go through a nasty breakup. They leave you. Like, you don't want them to necessarily leave. You offer the best that you can, and they go to greener pastures, at least in their eyes, greener pastures. That initial sting, that is deep. It's visceral. You can't imagine a time where I'm going to look at them and ever not feel these enraged emotions. And maybe the first time then you see them with that other person, you get all those feelings back, right? But time goes on. Time goes on, and eventually you find yourself your own new arm candy. And then our arm candy for the Milwaukee Brewers is Pat Murphy, and Pat Murphy is a babe. I mean, we can be honest. Everything that he brings to the table, he is a dude, and I love being in a relationship with Pat Murphy. So it gets to the point where eventually maybe you run into each other. You run into that old girlfriend from a long time ago, and you run into each other. Maybe you got Pat Murphy right on your shoulder here, and you're like, you know what? I think I'm over you. I think those emotions of hate, of anger, of disgust and betrayal, they've faded away. And not that I can necessarily be happy for you, but I like where I'm at. I like that the team that this Milwaukee Brewers team has had. I feel that way with Craig Counsell. I like this Milwaukee Brewers team. I like the youth. I like the energy. I like the culture that Pat Murphy has instilled, to where I'm thinking, I kind of like dating Pat Murphy more than I do Craig Counsell. Oh. So I'm not going to find it in myself to boo. I'm thinking more of the memories that I had with Craig Counsell. I'm thinking, okay, he wasn't so bad. It was a painful process, but I like where I'm at. I'm not going to boo the guy.
Brad, you have disappointed me so much today and this week with your attitude some of these days. But let me tell you something about this. Yes, I am booing Craig Counsell. And here's the thing. I like Pat Murphy, but it's too soon for us to sit here and lock arms and think that we should be over it. You know what Pat Murphy is right now?
Who's that?
He's the rebound girl right now.
He's only the rebound girl. Don't you speak about Pat Murphy like that. He's currently the rebound girl right now, and I say that because it is too early on to know if this is a lifetime commitment. You are still in the infatuation phase. We haven't even made it halfway through the season yet. I love everything about what Pat Murphy is doing, but let me tell you, y'all call me Flip-Flop Wallace. If the Brewers go on and suck at the end of this year, I'm definitely going to be coming for Pat Murphy head. I enjoy everything that he has done for the team. I love his energy. I love the identity he put on this team. I love the fact that they have a toughness to him. Like, I am definitely infatuated with the fighting Pat Murphys and Pat Murphy as a whole. But I, for one, am a petty individual, and I will be booing Craig Counsell on Monday if I was at that game. Don't you forget that this isn't just about the fact that, oh, Craig Counsell left. No. What you're forgetting is that my animosity is still there. It's because Craig Counsell didn't just decide to leave Milwaukee, right? Craig Counsell made a decision. He made a decision to say that he was going to go to the Chicago Cubs. He chose to go to a rival. He chose to go to the I-94 rival that we do not like here in Chicago. The fans that come up here and take over AmFam Field. He made that decision. He understood exactly what he was doing. You are delusional and you are crazy if you think I'm cheering for anybody in a dang Cubs uniform. That's what you should be focused on. You're worried about the person of Craig Counsell. No. I'm worried about the fact that when he steps on that field, he's going to have on a Chicago Cubs hoodie or a Chicago Cubs jersey. It ain't going to say Milwaukee. It's going to say Chicago Cubs. That is the reason why everybody should be booing Craig Counsell. If Brett Favre is going to get booed, if Aaron Rodgers would get booed, he came back, Craig Counsell ain't won us nothing. So he definitely should get booed. If you're dating someone and they break up with you and they go to somebody else, and it's because they treat them better, then how can you blame them? The Cubs treated Craig Counsell better than the Milwaukee Brewers. So if there's anyone to boo, it's Mark Antanasio saying, pay this man if you're going to keep him here.
No, I'm going to look into the camera right now.
The Cubs are treating him better. They're paying him more money. They're giving him more power.
Oh, you stop.
Listen.
KBN Nation, follow us and watch us live right now on ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube and ESPN Madison YouTube. I want you to know this right now. I apologize for what you're hearing from Brad. I am a real fan. I am a real Milwaukee Brewers fan, and I understand what Brad is saying is lunacy. It is crazy. How dare he talk about cheering for the Chicago Cubs? I would never cheer for the Chicago Cubs. Anybody that claps for the Chicago Cubs is not a fan. is not a fan whatsoever. You, my friend, will be clapping for the Chicago Cubs if you clap for Craig Counsell. I'll be danged if I ever did that.
Well, hold on. I'm not saying I'm clapping for the Cubs.
No,
I'm not
you're
insane.
clapping.
I'm not insane.
You
I
need
said
to be.
I'm not booing him.
No, you need to.
I'm holding my hands nice and silent, holding them right there. I will not add to the boos at American Family Field.
Why
I
would you
won't
not
cheer.
boo anything that has to do with the Chicago Cubs, Bradley? I don't understand it. He is part of the Cubs. That is what comes along with it. Anytime they come out on the field, you should be booing. Boo! Boo! I don't care who it is. If you have on that uniform with that little baby Cub on it for that little baby team in Chicago, you should be booing them. So if he walks out to give the lineup card to the manager, it should be boo birds. If he goes in to go get
normally boo the Cubs, no matter what.
Yes, I hate the Cubs. I boo Cubs fans. I don't like anything about Cubs fans. And they're going to be taking over Milwaukee, especially on the holiday weekend. They're definitely going to be up here because it's a better city than Chicago.
Well, that's true. So I would never cheer for the Cubs. Let's not go that far. There's a
not
big
booing
difference.
is a cheer.
No, that's not a cheer.
Not booing is a cheer.
Don't live in the black and white, Kyle.
You're being
There's
silent.
gray area. There is no chance that not booing and cheering are two completely different things. Completely different. And I would never cheer for the Cubs no matter who's on the team or who is managing the team. So let's set that record straight real quick. But I'm not going to boo. No, I don't normally boo an opposing team. I don't normally boo an opposing player.
What?
So I'm not going to go out of my way to change that now just because Craig Counsell broke my heart. I like where I'm at. I like my relationship status with Pat Murphy. Go get him. If you think the Cubs treat you better because they pay you more money, which they absolutely did, then how can I be mad at them?
800-990-3776. Who do you agree with? Do you agree with Brad? Do you think that no one should boo Craig Counsell because of the fact that, you're over it and, he was a good coach for us? Are you with me who is saying that we are going to be petty and we're going to boo anybody that puts on a Cubs uniform? Stroh, what are you doing on Monday? Are you cheering or are you booing? Boo! Thank you. That is a real Brewers fan right there. And I'm going to quote the great Martin Luther King in this.
Wow.
I'm going to bring up MLK. You know what he said? Oh, wow. He said, our lives begin to end the day we become silent about things that matter. And you know what matters to me? Booing Craig Counsell and booing the Chicago Cubs. Our day begins to end. Our lives end when you don't boo him. You need to boo that man.
I was not expecting a Martin Luther King quote with this subject matter.
That's how important it is. That's how strongly I feel that I need to go and get Brother Martin in order to let you know how important it is for us to not only boo Craig Counsell, you are also booing the Cubs as well, man. If you are not booing, if you're staying silent, you are not a true Brewers fan.
So if I stay silent, I'm letting him get away with it, right? I'm letting him get away with it.
Now you're talking. You understand it. A place that you don't want to stay silent and you want to enjoy is the PGA Tour Championship, which is coming to Wisconsin as the American Family Insurance Championship makes its return to University Ridge Golf Course on Friday, June 7th through Sunday, June 9th. We'll be broadcasting live from there. Well, I should say I will be there. I don't know what Brad and Ben and the way they handle their schedules. They may not be there. But you should definitely come and enjoy the PGA Tour champions at the American Family Insurance Championship on June 7th through June 9th at University Ridge Golf Course. I've talked about this before. Make sure you get your tickets at amfamchampionship.com. Not only do you get a chance to see great golf, you also get to see the 3-time Grammy Award-winning Train on Friday, June 7th at Breeze Stevens Field. Brad told me he loves him some Train, don't you?
I sure do.
Absolutely loves to train. And the great thing about this is proceeds will support the Steve Stricker American Family Insurance Foundation and the American Family Children's Hospital. Get your tickets today at amfamchampionship.com. That's amfamchampionship.com for a great weekend of golf, music, and supporting a great cause. KBN, more is next.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN.
And I said, it just came out. I said, are y'all going to talk the whole show like this? Good for you. For the next 25 minutes, all they said was they started ribbing me. Oh, you going to clap like that the whole time? You going to laugh like that the whole time?
No.
You going to lay back like that the whole time? Why don't y'all go sit over in them open seats?
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
ESPN Madison is on Wisconsin sports. Catch up on anything you missed on the Varsity Podcast on Wisconsin On Demand. Brought to you by Zimbrick Honda, a proud supporter of Wisconsin Badger Athletics. If you're looking to purchase, finance, or service a new or pre-owned Honda, shop local, part of the Madison community since 1973.
Hey, Wisconsin, it's your Green Bay football buddy John Kuhn here, reminding you to buckle up for safety whenever you get in your vehicle.
Whether you're driving to work, school, shopping, or to catch the big game, remember, click it or ticket. Buckling up saves lives. Every trip, every time. Don't risk it, guys. It's not worth the ticket or the danger. Click it or ticket. Zero in Wisconsin. Together, we can save lives. Brought to you by Wisconsin Department of Transportation.
Greg Scalzo here for Buckin' Honeys. Congratulations to the perennial Best of Madison Award winner by the folks at Madison Magazine. Meet me at Buckin' Honeys to celebrate Wisconsin hospitality. Whether you're enjoying the view on the Yahara River in Monona, exploring Wanakee, visiting the OG in Sun Prairie, or checking out the new location in Mount Horeb, you can enjoy the Buckin' Honeys experience in a neighborhood near you. Serving lunch and dinner 7 days a week with brunch every Saturday and Sunday. I'll see you at Buckin' Honeys.
Join the Madison Money Guy, Christian Finfrock, for Retirement Income Strategies, Saturday and Sunday mornings at 7. Get the information you need as you plan for retirement. That's Retirement Income Strategies, Saturday and Sunday mornings at 7. Investment advisory services offer the Retirement Income Strategies, an SEC-registered investment advisor.
Prairie Athletic Club is heating things up with their exclusive hot yoga special. Hi, this is Sarah Tauscher. Step onto your mat and feel the warmth of PAC's calming studio. Let their experienced instructors guide you through a class that will leave you feeling stronger and more flexible. Don't wait. Get your 3-month unlimited hot yoga membership for only $199. Take advantage of this special offer. Stop by or visit prairieathletic.com today. Prairie Athletic Club, family fun community.
Transform your home with Ridgetop Exteriors. With over 22 years of service excellence, we specialize in roofing, siding, windows, doors, and gutters. Visit us today at ridgetopexteriors.com. That's ridgetopexteriors.com. Find your trusted, local, affordable partner here at Ridgetop Exteriors.
The pulse of the Milwaukee Bucks, straight from a Bucks legend.
Can't get it off. Marcus Johnson will, though. Can't leave him alone for a 12.
Tap into Here District with Marcus Johnson on Bucks Plus. Marcus and his son Chris offer a weekly beat on Bucks basketball. Get your questions answered and hear from the biggest names in basketball. Find Here District with Marcus Johnson at bucks.com/plus on the Bucks app or wherever you get your podcasts.
An unsuspecting driver at a gas station in Wisconsin.
Welcome, Pump 15. How you doing?
Great.
Were you wearing your seatbelt today?
I never wear my seatbelt.
We're going to get him. We're going to get him real good.
Oh, my goodness.
Hello, sir. How you doing? Donald Driver. It takes 1 second to strap a seatbelt on. Well, let's do this. Let's do it together. Now, don't that feel better?
Donald Driver can't always be there to remind you.
Click it or ticket.
And let's reduce fatalities on Wisconsin roadways.
And I should have recognized your voice when you're harassing.
I'm watching you.
Sponsored by Wisconsin DOT.
The pulse of the Milwaukee Bucks, straight from a Bucks legend.
Can't get it off. Marcus Johnson will, though. Can't leave him alone for a 12.
Tap into Here District with Marcus Johnson on Bucks Plus. Marcus and his son Chris offer a weekly beat on Bucks basketball. Get your questions answered and hear from the biggest names in basketball. Find Here District with Marcus Johnson at bucks.com/plus on the Bucks app or wherever you get your podcasts.
At the U.S. Center for State Sport, we believe athletes are defined by their journey, not the medals they win. And creating a safer stage for all levels of competition is our priority. Join the movement to end abuse at uscenterforstatesport.org.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
You're listening to 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN app, and Wisconsin On Demand.
Can I just say?
Go ahead, Brad.
Shout out to Stroke with this music.
Oh.
I mean, bringing the vibes in. I'm already thinking about, like, maybe it's a bad thing because I'm already thinking about my weekend. I mean, I'm feeling like I'm already ushering in Memorial Day.
I like it, but, I'm a little ratchet. And so, I like to turn up against, some sexy red. I like some ratchet music.
Well, you gave the shout at the Train, who's going to be playing in Madison 2 weeks from tonight. I figured, little Train remix on a Friday?
Oh, this is the Train.
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, I didn't know this was a Train remix. I guess I need to listen. Oh, yeah. I mean, that's Soul Sister.
Wait, Train made this song?
Yes.
Hey, snaps.
You know a ton of Train songs, I guarantee it.
Oh, snaps.
Your ratchet showing, Kyle.
Wait a minute. When I do the live read, it says 3-time Grammy Award winner. I heard a Train. I'm like, oh, they're good. I didn't know they made this song.
Yeah, well, I mean, not the remix,
but the original.
Yeah, the Soul Sister. So
hey,
everyone
Soul
knows.
Sister, where you, Mr.
I thought you were ratchet.
Radio. Oh, I'm ratcheting everything in between, man.
So everyone knows Drops of Jupiter, obviously. That's like one of their main songs.
I'm sure if you played it, I would know.
So at the bucket, next time bring that in, Strophe. Thank you. Remix if you can find one.
Man,
That'd be
that's
interesting.
amazing.
A remix
You really
of
got
Drops
to
of
be
Jupiter.
a Steven Field now.
At the Buckinghams, which is a student athlete award thing, I was recognized I was nominated for like some student athlete thing. And they have people that are also musically talented that perform there. Wouldn't you know that Joel Stave, former Wisconsin quarterback, played the heck out of Drops in Jupiter?
Really?
Yes. They rolled out a piano. It was just Joel, a piano, and his voice. And he killed it.
I'm not surprised. Oh, Whitnell guy, right?
Whitnell.
Yeah, shout out to Joel Stave.
I've never heard a bumped up version of Drops Jupiter like this.
I'm gonna let my anger with Joel go away because Joel was one of the best quarterbacks we had in the last decade from what we had to look at.
Amazingly, that's a fact.
Yeah, so shout out to Joel Stave, man.
Yeah. Love me some Joel. Great guy.
Also,
Great guy.
he seemed really nice and a local kid. Shout out to him for living his dream of being a Badger quarterback.
Yeah, and outstandingly musically inclined.
Yes. 800-990-3776. This is Kyle Brust and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin. Before the break, we were talking about whether or not you would cheer or you would boo for Craig Counsell as he makes his return. And for me, Brad, dude, this is what you should be doing. It's right? Right? It's very easy. I don't understand why any fan would go to a game and not boo somebody, right?
Well, call it the player in me, but I'm not inclined to boo almost anybody. I usually don't boo the opposing team. I don't usually trash talk the opposing team.
Is that from some type of thing of you getting booed at Ohio State or Michigan State?
Well,
or
yeah,
you
get booed everywhere you go.
Yeah, don't you?
There's just a level of honestly, as a player, Craig Counsell, he will get booed, right? I mean, he will get booed at American
Deservingly so, yes.
So, debatably. But, I mean, yes. I will not. How about this, Kyle? I will not blame you or anyone out there for booing him.
I'm glad you had to clarify that you wouldn't blame us for doing the right thing.
I do it. But, so he'll feel that. That will feel much more to him. But heckling, the booing, I mean, it definitely starts to fall on deaf ears once you've done it enough. But me as a fan, I'm they're out there doing their thing. I'm not going to go ahead and boo them.
Dude, Craig Counsell is just trash for his decision that he made. And some people in the talking text line also agree. 800-990-3776. You should also join in and let us know how you feel about Craig Counsell and whether or not you are booing Craig Counsell. And in the talking text line, Clint Lancaster said Craig Counsell was pretty, but Pat Murphy, I don't know.
I think he's leaning into the
rebound
girlfriend
analogy.
You read this already. I shouldn't say that on air.
I haven't read it.
Yeah, I'm not going to read that one on air. I probably should have pre-screened that one. That one went a little rated X.
Pat Murphy's a baddie.
No, something else. Yeah, it was something else.
You can't read that one. Yeah, can't read that one.
How about this? Does the fact that the Brewers are so fun and so good under Pat Murphy, does it at least water down your hatred for Craig Counsell? Or no, does it not?
No, it makes me feel vindicated. It makes me feel like you left an opportunity to be part of a young team. That's what it makes me feel like. What do you mean? What do you mean?
No, Strofe just read to me what the text is. Yeah, you can't say that. You can't say that. So sorry, Kyle. I was distracted by the graphic nature of that.
Let's go to the non-graphic ones. And Steve said, listen, this is New Berlin, Steve, and we were down for the first game, the Brewers versus the Cubs in Chicago on Friday afternoon this month, and myself and many others were booing Counsell big time. You can hear it. That this weekend, you will hear it even more. I applaud you, Steve, in New Berlin. That is a great thing for you to do. You are a real Brewers fan. Ernie in the barn, he said, you guys need to look at the big picture. Owner Mark Antanasio lowballs him and embarrassed Counsell before the season. This is all on the Brewers. Pull your heads out, boys.
Let him know, Ernie in the barn.
Come on now. Shout out. And then Clint, also, he cleaned it up here. He said, to hell with CC. Oh, my gosh. Just. I thought he said stank. He didn't say. He said something that rhymed with stank.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
okay.
man. Clint, get some help, man. Get some. It's a freaky weekend. My goodness.
KBN Nation's for a 3-day is ready for a 3-day weekend by the sounds of it. I love it. Is there a point where you won't boo Craig Counsell? Let's fast forward 2 years. It's his third year as manager.
No.
Will you always just boo him no matter what?
Is he still wearing a Cubs uniform?
Yes.
Okay. Well, you just answered your own question.
Okay.
What do you mean? Why would that change?
Did you boo Joe Madden when he was the Cubs? I mean, like, insert any non-Craig Counsell manager.
You know what sucked about Joe Madden is Joe Madden was so cool looking. He had the glasses. He had the
great sayings.
When he was with the Rays, I believe. Before that, he was so likable. I was so upset that he came with the Cubs because then I couldn't like him. I could not like him anymore. It was a struggle because I want to like him, but he's with the Cubs. So yes, you have to boo Joe Madden. He has on a Cubs uniform.
I respect the consistency.
What do you mean? That's what fans do. Ernie in the Barn also said, didn't MLK, Malcolm, and Bob Marley preach understanding and love, Kyle? You should be ashamed.
Oh, wow. He's coming at you for that, Kyle.
I mean, listen, Brother Martin and Malcolm didn't preach understanding. Bob Marley, I don't know what he preached. And MLK, you know what in the end he said? He said, maybe I should have been a little bit more vigilant. And so I'm going to be the Martin in the end. I'm going to be Brother Malcolm. I'm going to be vigilant just like the rest of Brewers fans and the rest of Milwaukee should be as well. Greg, he also said, listen, Kyle, man, it just jumped. I'm sorry. Well, he basically tried to make a joke about me and laughing at the fact that he said, for once, I'm 100% with Kevin Hart Jr. Come on, Newman. You're starting to lose your man card.
A man card? You just respect the people out there.
Yeah, other people, I love it. JD and Fondy saying, Craig, who? I'm loving this. I'm booing that coward to come when he comes, man. This is great, man.
Listen, I'm not gonna try to dissuade you from booing him. Go for it and do it. I'm just saying I'm not gonna do it.
Yeah, I like this. I definitely like this.
I mean, KBN. This is
Craig is a raggedy jerk. That's what energy I like to hear.
This is a cautionary tale to anyone who thinks they can just walk away from Brewers and, more importantly, KBN Nation. KBN Nation takes names. This tells me that KBN Nation, they don't forget, and they're coming for you. And I respect that.
All right, Brad. So here's my thing. Is there anybody that could ever leave a sports team and you boo?
They would have to...
I got it. If J.J. Jansen, the long-time long snapper of the Carolina Panthers and your best friend in the league, if he went and long snapped elsewhere, let's say the Atlanta Falcons.
No, New Orleans, because that was the rival.
Well, first of all, my friendship with JJ goes beyond our team, so that's a bad example. But I think it would take them to disrespect the state of Wisconsin, the Brewer organization. Like if Aaron Rodgers was just
disrespected us, but okay.
No, he didn't say anything that was disrespectful.
He's
just taking a better opportunity financially.
Actions speak louder than words.
If Aaron Rodgers, if Craig Counsell were to say, you know what, my time in Milwaukee was a waste, the organization's a joke, we never accomplished anything, I can't wait to go back there and beat them, then yes, all of that would be grounds for like, dude, you are crossing the line, I will certainly boo you. It would have to take some sort of like poignant disrespect. But I don't think he disrespected the organization.
Brad,
he just took more money elsewhere. I can't blame him.
Brad, your nonsense has basically made the whole KBN Nation upset. You done elicited Terrence from Tulsa to call in. Terrence, let it out. Let them have it.
Brad, I'm just sitting here stuck in traffic on Memorial Day weekend. My inner fib is coming out because that's all they do is sit in traffic all day. And I can't believe what I'm hearing, that we're not going to boo Craig Counsell. This isn't about the person, Craig Counsell. This is about the player-manager, Craig Counsell, who put together one of the worst statistical batting seasons in the history of Major League Baseball in a Milwaukee Brewer uniform, and then went down south to Milwaukee for a few extra pennies, even though he knew it would make every Brewers fan irrationally angry, and he did it without hesitation in the middle of their championship window because he didn't think he was making enough money or getting enough attention. If he spent less time working on his faux hawk, you're like 50, Craig. Get a regular haircut for a grandpa. Maybe he would be a better manager, wouldn't have pitched all our best players' arms off in the bullpen, and we would have a championship.
Facts.
Man.
Facts. That is a real Brewers fan. That is a real Brewers
My
fan.
man.
800-990-3776. We want to hear from real Brewers fans that still have animosity towards Craig Counsell, not because he left us, it's because he now is the manager for a rival team. To think we should cheer for somebody who's a manager of a rival team is crazy, Brad. It is crazy. Brian in Menominee Falls, I'm telling you, you better be a real Brewers fan.
I'm a real Brewers fan.
All right.
Sorry. I am calling to find out about a 1969 NFL New York Jets helmet with 27 signatures.
What?
How can we help you? 27
Wait,
signatures.
are you saying you're in possession of this?
Yes, I am.
You have a New York Jets helmet with 27 signatures?
Okay, but listen, Brian. We're not a memorabilia hotline. I don't know how to help you, man. I appreciate you listening. Keep it locked, Brian. I appreciate Brian listening, but I can't help Brian with that memorabilia.
1969. Does that mean Joe Namath is on there?
I don't know. I
That'd be
think
pretty
so.
cool if it did.
I believe so. Who's screening calls back there, Strophy? 1969.
Hold on a minute.
What was the story with that? What
I
just
think I
happened?
know what happened.
He's a real Brewers
so
fan.
Jeff from Jeff Sports is on with Homer sometimes, right?
Okay.
Yes, and I don't think Jeff's on right now.
I think he just might think.
Oh, he still thinks that this is the Homer. What was that? Homer and Tony?
Oh, yeah, Homer and Tony.
Oh, yeah. Jeff from Jeff Sports.
That was
did.
like 8 months ago.
He hasn't tapped yet. Maybe I sound like Tony or Homer.
Yeah.
I guess.
I have no
Who's,
idea.
I guess, am I Homer and you're Tony?
I guess so. You got
Or
a
are
black
you
and a white
Homer
guy
and I'm
today.
Tony?
He just heard the inflection in our voices and he heard the little color in my voice.
I
and
said,
the
you got something on Counsell? He goes, yeah, the price of something. And I figured he meant Counsell's contract.
Oh.
So that's my bad.
That's all right.
Oh, well.
I can see how you would have thought that.
John in Milwaukee, please tell me you're a real Brewers fan and not going to ask us about memorabilia. John in Milwaukee, you're on KBN.
Yes, sir. How are you doing today?
I'm doing fantastic.
great.
I just want to make sure you're a real Brewers fan.
Okay, hear me out before you hang up on me, okay? Because I think you need to respect my loyalty. I was born and raised in South Carolina. I've been a lifelong Reds fan, but I want to see the Brewers do great. And I absolutely think that you should eviscerate Craig Counsell because that's just loyalty. And I can't live with this loyalty in my sports life. I can't live with that. If Matt LaFleur got fired and resurfaced with the Bears a couple years later, I could maybe shrug that off, but I could not shrug him off going, you know what, I'm leaving this joint, and I want to go down to Chicago and coach. That would be unacceptable. That's an unforgivable sin. Absolutely.
John, you are my man. Loyalty. Unforgivable sin. That's what I'm about. I'm about loyalty, Brad. I expected more from you.
Listen, I appreciate that, and I know that this is a deep wound for a lot of Brewers fans, but for this Brewer fan, I'm loving life right now with my girlfriend and Pat Murphy. We're treating each other well. We're having a lot of fun together, and if you wanted to go to someone else that would treat you better, go for it.
You know
and do
what?
it.
You know what I like about Pat Murphy?
I would honestly, if I was Craig Counsell, I'd probably do the same thing.
You know what I like about Pat Murphy? I feel like Pat Murphy might be one of the guys that, one of them gals. You know what type of girls I like? I like the girls who, where's she at? That's her. That's the ex. And put pause to her as soon as we see her because she's loyal. It's like Pat Murphy is loyal to us. That's
Honestly,
the one I like.
is the kind of that's the kind of Pat Murphy energy that would for real. I think I would love that handshake. I think Pat Murphy's bear claws would just like crunch.
Good to see you, Craig,
Good
again.
to see you again.
Oh,
Welcome to Milwaukee.
oh.
Craig walks away with a crippled hand.
I absolutely love it. 800-990-3776. We're looking for real Brewers fans that will actually boo Craig Counsell when he returns. But we have more on the other side. We have KBN Academy, the last one, coming up next. Keep it locked here on ESPN Wisconsin.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
No, some of those things I say act like I think I'm something that I'm not.
I mean, you can say finna. Say, listen, I'm finna do this show here from 5 to 6.
I'm finna do the show.
The Homer Hour finna be lit from 5 to 6.
No, I'll never say that again.
It rolls though, doesn't it?
No, it doesn't. It's not me.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Ben Brust here from Kyle, Brust, and Nortman and tell you about the newest spiked tee on the market, and that is Hoop Tee. And when I mean that it's the newest and best, it was born on the boardwalk of Ocean City, Maryland, and enjoyed now right here in Madison, Wisconsin. With flavors like an original spiked tee. You have peach, you have mango, you have watermelon. Hoop Tee will make you feeling great with whatever flavor fits your profile. Hoop Tee. Enjoy the hoops on the screen and hoops in your hand. HoopTee.com. Must be 21 years or older to enjoy. It's ESPN Wisconsin's Ben Brust for Road America, America's National Park of Speed. Make the most out of your summer at Road America, located conveniently between Green Bay, Milwaukee, and Madison in Elkhart Lake. Come see a race at the legendary 4-mile, 14-turn road course. Camp on site all weekend and enjoy free admission for kids 16 and under with a paying adult at the gate. Make sure you get tickets for the NTT IndyCar Series race at Road America June 6th through the 9th. Come for the experience and stay for the race. Get your tickets at roadamerica.com.
Jeff Levering and wife Ashley love their patio door from Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
It's so bright, it's so clear. I can see the kids outside playing, and it makes it comfortable for the life we live.
I love the roll screen. The fact that the screen is on the inside and no drafts, it's a game changer.
Right now, get 0% interest-free financing for up to 48 months when you order by May 31st. Set your free in-home consultation at PellaWI.com.
Certain restrictions apply. That's 5/31/2024.
Ben Brust here to tell you about why your next work van should be from Mercedes-Benz Sprinter at Zimbrick European. First off, we have versatility. The Sprinter vans offer 16 body types and thousands of ways to customize that space. Number 2, we have reliability. Sprinter's most powerful diesel engines last longer and require less maintenance, spend more time on the road and less time in those bays. Number 3, we have safety. Sprinter's safety technologies include curtain airbags all around, load adaptive electronic stability program, and crosswind and attention assist. Number 4, Van Care Mobile. Our maintenance team can come to you with routine service. Who wants to go in? Let them come to you. They work with multiple trucks on one visit. Use the Mercedes Me Connect. And last but not least, get your Zimbrick Sprinter at Zimbrick European at Rimrock Road and the Beltline, or go online at ZimbrickEuropean.com because they never charge over the MSRP.
At Gruber Law Offices, we take great pride in helping those who have trusted us after a serious accident. Our team has the knowledge, resources, and experience to get you the results you deserve. Don't wait to get the help you need. Make the right call. Call Gruber Law Offices today, proud partner of Wisconsin Athletics. One call, that's all.
Jim Rutledge here, and I want to tell you about the Brust Company, Dane County's premier retailer of outdoor furniture. They'll help you elevate your outdoor living space like they have for me. Exceptional craftsmanship, all the latest styles, colors, and durable materials that hold up to whatever Wisconsin weather brings. From deep seating to dining, pick your set and the Brust Company will customize it to fit your style. Visit their furniture showroom in Middleton and let their trained staff help you bring your outdoor dreams to life. The Brust Company, your outdoor living experts.
Hi, this is Lee, inviting you to Ruth's Chris Steakhouse in Middleton. We got a great happy hour every day of the week from 4 o'clock to 7, and our patio during the summer is open too. If you're getting married, special occasion, a birthday, anniversary, or even a business meeting, we've got all the accommodations right here at Ruth's Chris Steakhouse. You work hard and sometimes you're not sure what you want to do, where you want to spend your money. I want to encourage you to come into Ruth's Chris Steakhouse and say hello. It'd be a pleasure to meet you.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, sponsored by Bud Light on ESPN Wisconsin and Wisconsin On Demand.
It's about that time. Memorial Day weekend is almost here. You're probably driving safely to wherever you're going to be. End of the work week, you're going to think about, what do I want to do to celebrate? How am I going to celebrate this weekend? It's with a Carbless in your hand, of course. Carbless pairs perfectly with whatever you're going to be doing this weekend. Hanging out on the patio, barbecue, on the lake. Maybe you're going to the Brew game next week and you want one tailgating or inside the stadium. There are so many ways that you can sit back, relax, and enjoy a delicious and guilt-free carbless. Guilt-free because it has no carbs, no sugars, gluten-free, less carbonation. That leads to less bloat. I still don't know how they do it. Perfect carbonation for that crisp taste, but not so much to make me feel like crap when I drink it. 100 calories per can, but man, oh man, it's the flavors that get me every time. Fruit flavors like lemon lime, cranberry, black cherry, or the classic cocktails like margarita, strawberry margarita. Those are hitting particularly good right now. Moscow Mule, Paloma, and so many more. If you haven't tried carbless yet, it's now your time to try. You're going to be walking into your grocery store and you're going to see carbless there and a bunch of other options. Don't even worry about the other options. Grab a carbless. You'll be thankful you did. Discover why less is more. Find them online and at retailers near you.
Carbless is loyal to Milwaukee.
They are. They're made right here in Wisconsin.
I understand that.
They are loyal.
I bet you they love them some Milwaukee Brewers. But you know what I love? Yeah, they do. I love KBN Academy. For one last time, take it away, Strophy.
In radio, our goal's pretty simple.
Just so you know, we really suck.
Have an A show or an F show.
Hey, I'll decide who sucks around here.
The same goes for topics in this next segment. This is the KBN Academy.
Those that can't do, teach.
So, just to memorialize KBN Academy, as this will be the last one. Did we decide this was an F segment?
I like the segment personally.
Hold on a minute. Let me rephrase the question. Did we decide it's an F segment because there's no way in hell we should be acting like Ben Brust is a doctor or a professor?
Yeah, the idea of us being professors, particularly Ben Brust.
makes sense.
No, we do. We have our master's degree.
We do have master's
We're
degree.
hooded. He's barely graduated from college.
Yeah, and we're reminded of that daily. So, yeah, it probably never really fit the KBN, particularly the B of KBN. Sorry, Ben.
No shots taken there at all. All right, guys. Aaron Rodgers today on Mad Dog Radio with Adam Sheen said the Jets are must-watch football. Take a listen.
We are must-watch TV, and that's pretty obvious. Everybody knows that. Whether you love me or hate me, people want to see me play. They enjoy watching me play.
That, the former Packers quarterback today on Mad Dog Radio. Kyle, your reaction to the former girlfriend, I guess?
Dog, Aaron Rodgers is becoming the worst. Like his level of arrogance is through the roof. Self-centered, selfish. I mean, like, do people want to watch? Yeah, me, but like, dude, there's nothing worse than a me guy. When did he go from such a team guy to being such a me guy? Yeah, I mean, people want to watch me. We're much see TV. I'm like, dude, who cares?
He might be right, but this just reflects his mindset. He is so toxic. He's so selfish. He's so me-centric. And he's unapologetic in it, right? He has no problem just making it about himself. And he's a great quarterback, but he's a terrible leader, and he is so me-focused in a team sport. That's the problem. And yeah, I'm going to be watching him, and yes, I want to watch him play. So he's right, but he is just become so unlikable. It's hard to even judge how unlikable he is.
You know what's sad about this is that they're probably going to be a good football team.
I think they are.
But Aaron Rodgers is going to be the downfall again this year. I'm telling you this right now, not injury-wise, but there's going to be a point where Aaron Rodgers is the downfall. You can only be a drama queen for so long and so much, and people can only handle it for so long, especially when he has so much control over that organization and Nathaniel Hackett. It is going to be their Achilles heel this year.
Wow, nice pull there.
See what you did there.
Or is that in poor taste? I think that's good.
I mean, I want to be healthy, but the Achilles heel is going to be something else.
Yeah.
Huh. All right, guys. The NCAA and the Power 5 conferences, for some reason, includes the Pac-12, have come to an agreement of revenue sharing. Schools can pay athletes directly up to $20 million beginning in the fall of 2025. Just another chapter in the NIL stage. Is this good? Is this bad? Are we uncertain? Where are we at with the NCAA and the Power 5, which still doesn't make any sense to me, coming to this agreement?
Well, look, they're trying to put some governance on this whole thing. And it's $20 million per school, I believe. So it's like that's not even that much when you consider all the athletes and how much all these athletes are getting. So I guess it's a step in the right direction to try to put some guardrails on the wild, wild west that is NIL. But it's just going to continue to get worse. You have to put way more clamps on it. And when this came out, I was even thinking, like, would I rather stay in this age or go back to the age when I played, when it was, like, insanely restrictive? The answer is somewhere in the middle, but I'd rather have insanely restrictive than this, because this is crazy, man. I mean, everybody is transferring. It's all about money. That's the only thing that moves the needle nowadays, and it's really a shame. Not only for the sport, but for the development of these young men.
Are you jealous that it says all Division I athletes dating back to 2016 are eligible to receive a share as part of the settlement class?
Don't even get me started on
in
that.
exchange, athletes cannot sue the NCAA for potential antitrust.
Let's just pick a year and say, anything after 2011, we're going to for sure make sure that that's not included. Man, the one clawback I did get was I did join the lawsuit against EA Sports.
Wait a minute.
So
You're the reason why? You're
the
reason why I couldn't play NCAA
football.
football?
It was already killed at that point, but then that lawsuit of all the student athletes came about, and all you had to do was fill out a form, and we all did. I got $4,000.
What?
Yeah.
Ed O'Bannon lawsuit, you got $4,000?
Yeah. Because I was like, yes.
I hope you're happy.
I am happy.
How sad I was for years.
Well, it's not my fault. I'm just riding the coattails. If they're going to put the Russian 45-year-old Brad Nortman in a college sports game, then I deserve to be compensated.
Oh, man.
Isn't that wild, though?
Shout out to my little cousin, man. He's still in college football. I wonder if he gets a little check.
Oh, I'm sure he does.
Might have to hit him up.
Sure he does.
A little big cuz needs some money.
Yeah, man. He is hitting college football at exactly the right time.
Let me tell you, this is perfect timing for that young man. Congratulations to him. Thank you so much for the last KBN Academy.
Good final KBN Academy.
I mean, it wasn't. We didn't use
pour one out.
Yeah, we didn't use A or F or anything. I guess A for.
That's how you know it's truly dead.
Yeah. School's out.
I gotta be honest. It's my fault that segment is dead.
Yeah, he didn't like it coming in, and he killed it. He sabotaged it.
A or F? I never understood it.
A or F, you sabotaged it.
Something can be a C+.
No, it's A or is it A or F?
Probably like a B. Probably like a B-. I said.
You're spoken like a non-A student. That's what
lukewarm.
you are.
I was like a C- student.
Look, you came out
just like KBNA.
Wow.
Oh, well, that's why it's going. 800-990-3776. That is how you can get in on the talk and text line. We've been talking about Craig Counsell. We've also been talking a little bit about your holiday weekend. And as we get folks kicked off for the holiday weekend, we still want to know, do you want Mondays or do you want Fridays? We'll have that and so much more. You keep it locked here on ESPN Wisconsin to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
Listen, Diana, that's her name. Listen, we all about positive manifestation. I like you, Diana. All it is negative.
Diana.
Criticize.
Dirty Diana.
I love you, Kyle.
Love you too, girl.
I love you, Kyle.
I love you too. That's what I'm talking about. The real Packer Nation.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin present your Badger Minute.
Varsity on Wisconsin On Demand is home to all the latest and best Badgers content on ESPN Wisconsin. Subscribe on Apple, Spotify, Wisconsin On Demand, and wherever you get your podcasts.
With your Badger Minute, I'm Hunter Vaughn. Wisconsin volleyball commit Charlie Furbringer won the USA Volleyball Junior Female Athlete of the Year award back on Wednesday night. The California native and Maricosta High School senior also won the 2023 Gatorade California Volleyball Player of the Year and a gold medal at the 2023 U19 World Championships. You can hear every match of Wisconsin volleyball on Madison's new home for Wisconsin volleyball, 100.5 ESPN.
Right now, get 0% interest-free financing for up to 48 months when you order by May 31st. Set your free in-home consultation at PalaWI.com.
Hey, Drew Scott here, and I'm Jonathan Scott, reminding you that life's better with a home policy from American Family Insurance. They can help you get just the right protection at just the right price and help you save when you bundle home and auto. Kind of like Goldilocks and the Three Bears. It'll be just right for you. We love a custom build. American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company SI and its operating company 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
When it comes to security for your home and family, you want a winner, and we found one when we placed our trust with J&K Security Solutions. This is Greg Gard. Kim and Jeff hit the game-winning shot for us with the Control 4 home technology system. Home or away, from our smartphones, we can open the garage door, dim the lights, turn on the TV, as well as arm the security system. That's convenience as well as peace of mind. Let J&K Security Solutions do for your home or business like they've done for us. Call 255-5799 or online at jksecurity.com.
Hey, it's Alex Stroh. Stay in the know on area high school sports and follow ESPN Madison on Twitter for Prep Mania on Deck, each week's preview of the top games and events.
Prep Mania on Deck is brought to you by Zimbrick Honda, a proud supporter of high school sports and local communities. Hey, it's Alex Stroh. Summer's coming quick. You better celebrate it right with my friends from Door County Distillery. Locally produced, handcrafted, and award-winning spirits made locally in Door County. Talk about classic. How about that green bottle of gin? The multiple-time award-winning single malt whiskey. And when it comes to Door County, you can't leave out the cherry-flavored vodka. Find them all at a retailer near you or check out their website with a huge list of unique cocktail recipes at DoorCountyDistillery.com. That's DoorCountyDistillery.com.
Lowe's knows every project starts with the right tools and equipment. And during Craftsman Days, you can save big on what you need from a brand you trust. Get a free Select V20 tool when you buy a Select Battery 2-pack. Plus, save $50 on a V20 string trimmer and leaf blower combo kit. Now only $99. Because Lowe's knows home improvement. Valid through 5/29 while supplies last. Selection varies by location.
eBay Motors is here for the ride. Go ahead, feel your engine. Admire that perfectly installed exhaust. Your vehicle's moving along this freeway like it was made from fresh installs and a whole lot of love. With eBay Motors, you get over 122 million parts to keep it running. And with eBay Guaranteed Fit, they'll be the perfect fit every time. Plus, at these prices, well, we're burning rubber, not cash. Keep your ride or die alive at ebaymotors.com. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Transform your home with Ridgetop Exteriors. With over 22 years of service excellence, we specialize in roofing, siding, windows, doors, and gutters. Visit us today at ridgetopexteriors.com. That's ridgetopexteriors.com. Find your trusted, local, affordable partner here at Ridgetop Exteriors.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, sponsored by Bud Light on ESPN Wisconsin and Wisconsin On Demand.
I think I have beef now. I think I might be on the anti-Jesse train right now. 800-990-3776. This is KBN, Kyle, Brust, and Nortman. And guess what? I got to tell you guys about Underdog Fantasy Sports app. What a great weekend it will be to enjoy the sports weekend, but also enjoy Underdog Fantasy Sports. I'm telling y'all this right now. You can download it on their easy-to-use mobile app or go to UnderdogFantasy.com and make sure you sign up using promo code KBN. That's promo code KBN. It's fun and easy to play. And you pick between 2 to 5 players from at least 2 different teams. You select higher or lower on those player stats. And if your picks hit, you can win up to 100 times your money. Yes, 100 times your money. If you think you know sports, you know baseball, you know basketball, this is your chance to win big while doing that. Remember, make sure you use promo code KBN, and they will match your they will give you a special deposit offer and also give you a mystery special pick on your first pick'em entry. Promo code KBN and get in the game with the Underdog Fantasy Sports app. Must be 18 plus and present in the state where Underdog Fantasy operates. Terms apply. Concern with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit ncpgambling.org. I'm upset. I like crosstalk. I do. I enjoy crosstalk with Rutledge and Hamilton. I know there was no Rutledge today. We're going to have Jesse, and I was looking forward to actually having Jesse on and talk to Jesse about, you know what, Jesse, you get a bad rap, but I support you. I just want you to know I support the WBA award-winning Jesse. But knowing that he nixed us today, okay, I'm sorry, but knowing that he nixed us today, that means we don't matter to him.
Yeah, you think Jesse would be eager at the opportunity to come on board our show because sometimes his name gets dragged through the mud.
Exactly.
Usually by the voice chords of Ben Brust. You'd think he'd love the opportunity to show KBN Nation who he is and what he's all about. But, they just said, we're going to pass today.
I didn't even get a courtesy text. He's right there in the same boat with Craig Counsell with me right now.
Oh, wow.
He's just still on our team.
Is there anybody truly in the same bucket as Craig Counsell right now? I mean, not Caleb. Caleb Williams isn't there yet, right?
Oh, no. I mean, Caleb was never a Green Bay Packer. I have no reason to dislike
Were you
him.
Team Favre or Team
sucks.
Packers?
I'm not going to lie. I was a kid. I was a young man when Brett Favre left. I was 18, maybe 17, 18.
So what were you, Team Favre or Team Packers?
I was Team Packers, but I did at the time think the Green Bay Packers did Brett Favre bogus because he could have came back. He said he wanted to unretire, but then I found out later on that he was never coming back, and they made the right decision.
Yeah, it's hard to to base your franchise off of a guy that's not consistent. And they had Rodgers. They knew they had Rodgers.
I was young. It was based off emotions. I've grown from that. I don't just let emotions dictate my feelings for anything now.
Never?
Never.
Never happened?
Never.
Oh, yeah, never.
Oh, man.
Definitely never for him.
Never.
Oh, well, that's been KBN for the first 2 hours. ESPN Madison. Enjoy Jesse Nelson and Matt Hamilton, and for Rutledge and Hamilton, or keep it locked with us even more. But we have more coming on the other side. We're going to talk about cars that Brad has sold. We'll also talk about getting you ready for the holiday weekend with grilling. But keep it locked with KBN.